Pirates Full Level System, Chapter 281-300. Chapter 281 Tamer. Kaleidoscope. Suck. Chin-luo inherited the full eye level, so naturally he may have learned Kakashi's most famous kaleidoscope writing wheel eye, but compared to Kakashi's bleeding every time he uses the kaleidoscope writing wheel eye, Chin-luo's eyes are full level, directly little things to wink at. Gudong. The lion's head seemed to fall into the black hole of infinite mass in an instant, and was annihilated directly. What happened just now? I clearly saw the huge lion head of the golden lion. Why does it feel like it was eaten all of a sudden? Look at his eyes. Lu Yun's eyes were very weird just now. The Marines and the pirates are now in the same hatred, and they are discussing things that they can't understand at all. But they all know that this is the world of devil fruit power, and there must be some strange people who can do this. What's the matter? Golden Lion could clearly feel the blood connection with him just now, but was directly cut off in just a split second. Why is that? Chin-luo felt amused when he saw Golden Lion's deceived face. As for it being so fun, it was just sending the play scroll to a different dimension. To be honest, Chin-luo was still able to enter that space. 343. Golden Lion, don't you want to see where your lion head is? Chin-luo suddenly became playful, and once again released the kaleidoscope writing wheel, and threw the lion head scroll out. But this time it's behind the Golden Lion. Boom. Golden Lion still didn't know what kind of scheming Chin-luo was playing, but he soon heard a booming voice behind him, and he felt incredible. Because this is indeed the ground scroll released by oneself, the feeling of being lifted up by one's own energy is still there, the blood is connected. The Golden Lion wanted to recapture this thing in the past. Hoo-hoo. It flew by twice, but before it reached the front, this mighty scroll disappeared out of thin air. Full-level eyes. Kaleidoscope writing wheel eyes. Chin-luo sucked it away again, and when Golden Lion turned around to look around, Chin-luo threw it in the other direction of Golden Lion. Golden Lion ran over. Full-level eye. Kaleidoscope writing wheel eye. Chin-luo threw it out again. Golden Lion ran past again. Haha, isn't this training a dog? It's so funny. Garp was originally a natural optimist. Even in such an unfavorable situation, he couldn't help laughing when he saw this scene. Golden Lion's head hurts when he hears it. Didn't he go out today and pay homage to the second master? How could such a brainless person be played by this kid today? Lion is good, hurry up and pick up your lion head. Chin-luo looked sincere. Sengoku's eyes twinkled when he saw this scene. He felt that this person was playing the real six, but Chin-luo thought that this was all the abilities of Golden Lion. Then he was wrong. As long as he continued to provoke Golden Lion and Chin-luo, the contradiction between them, waiting for Marine's infinite hell, there may be two felons imprisoned in it today. You treat me as a pet. Golden Lion was furious. No, Chin-luo said very single, you are who you are. Right, Sengoku. The person who ignited the fire here is Sengoku. No matter what, he can't make his old man's house clean. Chin-luo will never beggar thy neighbor, but he will not let the initiator escape. What? Viper. Shiki quickly ran over to several warships and touched them a few times. He touched all 6 marine warships on the scene. Ha ha ha, are you learning the dog P mark? Chin-luo couldn't bear it any longer. This Golden Lion is too funny. Isn't this the same as the dog P mark swearing in sovereignty? And you say you're not a pet. Isn't this a slap in the face? I'm going to kill you. Venomous snakes in the sky. Shiki floated into the sky, raising the 6 marine warships that he had just touched to a new height at one time, and a continuous stream of marine warships soon appeared on this new height. Fall. Marine warships of this era are all improved large ships, not comparable to ordinary pirate ships. They have an incomparable displacement on their bodies. These 6 sea chrysanthemum warships are deployed in the sky at one time, forming a large area of protection. The Internet. It seems to be in a very good condition, and it is covered by this marine warship for 10 miles. Even the area is wider than the front of the marine fortress. And at the bottom of these marine warships is Chin Luo, the sure-kill target of the Golden Lion. Great humiliation in this life, must kill and then hurry up. As Golden Lion shouted, "Kill him!" the marine warship flying in the sky instantly fell 3,000 feet straight. Under the support of gravitational acceleration, it jumped down and landed on the ground, looking very mighty and extraordinary. "Wow! Run away, run away!" The expression on Marine's face below instantly stiffened. All of these marine warships fell down. That's not the rhythm of death. "Mighty, Captain!" the surviving pirates shouted wildly. This is the true strength of their Golden Lion captain. "Now that kid looks good." Garp looked at Chin Luo, who was being pinned down, and laughed for a while. "Even if he doesn't die, he will be peeled." After a long time in Sengoku's eyes, he finally returned a little smile, which stimulated Golden Lion for a long time, and finally brought out some dry goods. "Bug, are you playing a game for children?" Chin Luo dismissed it. He lifted 6 marine warships into the sky in such a large area. It was fun, but it was too laborious. "Did you forget the mud rain just now? The time it hurt your head?" Chin Luo continued to laugh. Golden Lion was startled for a moment, and then he remembered that this kid seemed to have bounced back directly from the person scroll he had ejected. That was one of his great humiliations. There is no answer in the mouth, and the waving in the hand is faster. Dead without repentance. Then I'll give it back to you. Big almighty push. Chin Luo took a deep breath, jumped into the air, and released his full-level repulsion completely. He released a full 9-level repulsion. All the places within Chin Luo's range directly turned into a large area of desolation. The few remaining warships were directly knocked into the air when they encountered the repulsive force of the almighty push, and they were even crushed by the repulsive force and turned into powder. Those pirates who had no time to escape and cheered on the Golden Lion were directly bounced off the sea hundreds of miles away. It is estimated that the Sea Kings are waiting for them, as well as endless hunger and despair. Chapter 282. Back to you. The hulls floating in the sky were immediately blasted away by a large amount of power, and the huge marine warship collided directly with this strong repulsion in midair. The repulsive force covering a radius of 10 miles immediately showed that such a large range should not be so powerful, but even in such a large range, Chin Luo still achieved strong repulsion. This is the charm of full-level repulsion. The huge warships and their keel dragons were directly supported by the repulsive force of the hurricane and were about to be broken. The repulsive force directly overcame those powerful gravitational accelerations, rebounding the marine warship. Indiscriminate attack. Back to you, Golden Lion. Golden Lion looked at what was in front of him with a confused expression. He was in the sky now, and he saw the 6 marine warships that were flying to the earth. At this time, he ran out directly in front of him, and he was still the kind of flamboyant appearance. He actually flew upside down and rushed towards himself. If someone took a look from the angle of Golden Lion at this time, they would see a very strange scene. The huge marine warship directly wrapped him and flew over. Boom! A radius of 10 miles. Without teleportation, how can Golden Lion run away without moonstep, even if he has the ability to flutter fruit? But it can only make him fly. Boom! The 6 warships rumbled and squeezed behind the Golden Lion, completely wrapping the Golden Lion violently. And under Chin Luo's control, he even showed the Golden Lion's head, and the rest of the marine warships directly wrapped him, not giving him a chance to do anything at all, as if he had been shackled. Oh, accidentally, I also made a lion head. Chin Luo's face can be said to be very happy. He stole 30 marine collectibles and devil fruits from the treasure house just now, 13 of them. Logia fruit, 17 Paramesha devil fruits. It directly increased his points by 25,300 points. The remaining points are 25,308. But this is not enough to activate a law, he needs more urgent mysterious power. Put me down and fight me in an upright manner. Golden Lion was so angry. He didn't expect that he would be surrounded by the other side with such conspiracy and tricks before he completely let go of the fight. This is so unfair. Garp, eyes were dumbfounded. How the hell did he do it? So the huge group of warships actually bounced back. And that's fine, why can he even manipulate the Golden Lion directly? Hearing the angry cry of the Golden Lion over there, Sengoku frowned. Because this Chinluo's ability has been judged very high by Kong and Zephyr, he didn't expect that even Golden Lion would not be an opponent to the other party in the end. Hey, Sengoku, let me make a deal with you. Chinluo's mouth was Isho, showing a very interesting expression. Sengoku couldn't think of what Chinluo wanted to do at this time, but seeing Chinluo's malicious smile gave him a bad feeling. What deal? You give me 30 devil fruits. I'll go. No way, I don't have any devil fruits anymore. Sengoku roared wildly, even in a hurry. The person in front of him is a huge greedy man. Don't grab 30 devil fruits. No, this kid has already grabbed a devil fruit once, because the number of these 30 devil fruits is the number of collectibles. Stinky boy, give me the devil fruit you stole, or else. Sengoku couldn't get one, so he came here. If he was there for a long time, he couldn't beat it, and it would be too useless if he didn't. Otherwise, I'll tell the Golden Lion to be released. Chinluo smiled, very arrogantly, and laughed endlessly. The Golden Lion is a thorn. I promise that if I give him 15 warships, it can completely destroy 2/3 of the Marineford, which is enough for this group of people. How is it? My transaction is very sincere, right? Chinluo said harmlessly. You. Sengoku was completely pissed off. It's really feng shui turns. He wasn't ready to do this just now. He used Golden Lion to disgust Chinluo. What? Why do you make a deal with me? Why do you? Who are you to me? Golden Lion got angry. I blamed his uncle. I'm the same generation as One Piece, King of Pirates Roger. This kid, he even sold himself to Marine. It was only worth 30 devil fruits. Son, I'm your father. Chinluo couldn't help but hummed a very famous song in his internet age, Son, I'm your father. Originally, there was a very interesting song on the internet. It was called Who Are You to Me, and then others put these two songs together. Who are you to me, son, I am your father. Poor Golden Lion couldn't help falling into Chinluo's pit. He recognized Chinluo's godson. Of course, no one could blame him. Of course, Chinluo has no problem at all with having an extra son. In the future, he will be just like Father Whitebeard, so it is quite good to enjoy the blessings of Chi people. How about it, Sengoku? I have a good deal. How about 40 devil fruits? Chinluo closed the Golden Lion with one hand, and then the power in his hand could be released at any time. Golden Lion is the center to suppress. 0. He also flew directly into the sky by using gravitational and repulsive forces flexibly. Ah, wasn't it 30 devil fruits just now? Garp and Sengoku were shocked at the same time. This is the market price. Of course, the market price is affected by the fluctuation of the market. Have you guys studied Smith economics? Chinluo knew that he was wrong as soon as he opened his mouth. Where is Smith economics in this era? Learn. What is Smithian economics? Garp asked. Forget it, you don't understand this kind of academic activity, it's a waste of my time and brain cells. When do brain cells? Okay, don't ask. Chinluo had a black line on his face. I can't say anything to you idiots. Stinky boy. Although Garp didn't know what a fool was, he also felt that this was definitely not a nice word from me. Okay, I don't have the same knowledge as you. Anyway, I know you don't have much culture, Chinluo added in his heart, then turned to Golden Lion and said, well, wait for Dad to sell you a good price. You a rare breed, there must be one worthy of your price. Quote. It's almost, Golden Lion said casually. As soon as he exited, he discovered the problem, and immediately roared, you and his uncle, get out of my way. Lousy is lousy, there is no father. Chapter 283 50 Devil Fruits. Sengoku, don't hesitate, when are you going to give me these 50 devil fruits? Chinluo didn't want to talk to these people here, and he had to find a way to hide Roger after taking the devil fruits. What is walking in the dark? the system is a big pit. How? Why did it rise to 50 devil fruits again? Sengoku didn't dare to say this sentence directly, and swallowed it abruptly. Yeah, it's better to be straightforward. Isn't it just a matter of mutual benefit? Chin Luo said harmlessly. Okay, I'll call someone to fetch it right away. Sengoku's face twitched. Come here. Sengoku beckoned someone to come over, and that person was Sengoku's bodyguard. Grind with his ears and let him go and carry out his private collection directly. After a while, as expected, two people directly lifted a large black box out. Ding dong, host, I detected mysterious energy. Is it absorbed? Absorb. Why not have to make money? The devil fruit IOU I got from Whitebeard last time is still on my body. This is all my wealth in the future. This full-level system is a vampire. I have to think about the future and fatten these people before slaughtering them. Maybe in the end, Chin Luo alone raised a group of lackeys from the world government, and a group of 4 emperors, and let these people go all over the world to find devil fruits for him in the future. Chin Luo thought about it and felt that his blood was boiling. Ding dong, host, a total of 18 devil fruits have been absorbed, 18 of which are Paramesha devil fruits with an additional 14,400 points, and the current points are 39,708. That's enough. Is it enough to unlock a new full-level ability? There's still 10,000 points left. The full-level system this time will definitely satisfy the host. You don't need the host's 98,880 points, and you don't need the host's 88,888 points. As long as you have accumulated 50,000 points, you can take this full-level ability home. Quote. Quote. Chin Luo was speechless for a while. You don't die. Ding dong. Hey. It's too pitiful for me to go to this system. If I tell you to die, you will die. If you have the ability, give me a full skill directly. These are 18 devil fruits, the remaining 22 devil fruits. I'll write an IOU first. Sengoku's face was shy. He was really anxious and angry. How could this person be with someone who fell into the eyes of money same? Why does he want so many devil fruits? He can't finish it himself. After all, these devil fruit people can only eat one devil fruit. Write an IOU. No. Chin Luo pretended not to allow it. Chin Luo already knew how many devil fruits were in it, and there was no surprise. He's really an admiral with 2 sleeves. It seems that if he wants to have more devil fruits in the future, he'll have to rob Tenryubito. Why are you looking at it? Hurry up and open it to Lu Yun. Sengoku thought Chin Luo was a master who didn't see a rabbit but a hawk, so he directly showed Lu Yun what was in the box. With a click, the black box was opened, and the 2 people who opened the box had a strange look on their faces. What? Sengoku glanced at the 2 people's faces, and turned around to see that the box was already empty. What's going on here? Did the 2 of you steal it? Garp leaned over to take a look and almost didn't stop. Where's the devil fruit in there? The person who keeps the box guards and steals it. No, Garp, don't be impulsive. These 2 people are my confidants, and I know their personalities. It's impossible to get the wrong box. There is only one box in my storage room, which is these devil fruit boxes. Where is this going? Sengoku felt that his mind was not enough. No, right, I don't have any devil fruit, so I'll let the golden lion go. Chin Luo's mouth curled up. Ah, I see, it must be the Kongming pirates. Sengoku's mind turned abruptly, and suddenly thought of the people known as the Dark, the Kongming pirates. Those are people who exist in the dark. Their captain, Black Jack, is a famous assassin. Of course, there is also a legendary pirate called the Silver Hand, who has never missed anything when stealing. Kongming pirates. Can they steal your belongings without leaving a trace? Chin Luo was a little interested. Yes, I still have his wanted order here. At this time, a vice admiral looked at Sengoku's expression, quickly took out a wanted order from his hand, and handed it to Chin Luo respectfully. Chin Luo didn't think that Sengoku had any crooked thinking. After all, Qin Luo's strength was here, and no one would be able to arrange these things on top of him. Qin Luo was stunned when he first saw this poster, and then his heart skipped a beat. Could it be that the system was talking about him? Because this wanted order turned out to be a picture without a photo, there was only a picture on it that looked like a question mark, and there was a description of the pirate's abilities below, which turned out to be a hidden fruit. It is said that since the appearance of this pirate, no one has known what this person really looks like. The name for this pirate above is Black Jack the Ripper. There is a bounty of 800 million Bailey written on it. Oh, Black Jack, Qin Luo murmured. Yeah, Black Jack, this person can be invisible, and no one can see it if he hides in the dark. This person specializes in black weapons and assassinations, and occasionally steals, and he is also a terrorist artisan, creating panic. And then tell the world through the phone bug that so-and-so terror is what it did. He used an invisible man to slaughter a city a few years ago. Directly put on a reward of 800 million Bailey. Sengoku said with a serious face, but his words are not very accurate, because how can 0.1 massacre a city? Even Buster Call is said to use that mysterious weapon. Invisible man, isn't he the only one who can be invisible? Qin Luo was shocked. Wasn't this devil fruit tailor-made for Roger? Where can I find this person? Qin Luo asked. He is a ghost, and most people don't know where he is at all, but this person is extremely greedy. As long as there is money to be made, he will be there, whether it is black arms or stealing. He is known as the Hand of Silver, the king of the dark world. Just like money, Sengoku said. Sengoku is happy to put the blame on someone who is close to being out of nothing, and such a person seems to be out of nothing. Then why don't you put some money out, lure him here, and then arrest him? Chapter 284 Black Jack. Tried it, it didn't work. He could steal all the money stealthily, then slap the butt and beat people, and then he would leave a phone bug in some lively bar and explain what he did recently. Sengoku said. This Lu Yun really didn't know whether to live or die, and even tried to capture Black Jack in vain. It's ridiculous. Now Sengoku listened to what Kong said before about the relationship between a great pirate era and a great bounty era, and couldn't help but understand Isho. Using a lot of money to coerce and lure those big pirates directly turned into big bounty hunters. This set is still very effective. The transformation between them is the relationship of money. Okay. I remember this person. When will you give me your devil fruit? Qin Luo asked. Put away the wanted notice. Come here to make a letter. Sengoku said. His face turned blue and white, as if he was signing some treaties that humiliate the country and make people feel so uncomfortable. Soon the two Marines stood the letter up. I owe 50 Luyun devil fruits due to the emergency. I should do my best and give 13 Luyun as soon as I collect 50. The person who will sign the letter will sign it. Both read. Luyun, let me do this signing. Garp came over. He also knew that Marine was difficult to do now, and Sengoku was dying to save face, so he simply asked him to sign. Go away. Luyun wore a mask, and he was dying of laughter under the mask, but he had to pretend to be a black-faced god to drive Garp away. Sengoku came over to sign and put his fingerprints. Fingerprints. Sengoku's face twisted. Sengoku, don't sign this word, you won't be able to sign it. If you let those newspapers register this statement on the newspaper, then it's over. Sengoku, are you disrespectful? Qin Luo said with a normal expression. I'll sign. Sengoku said with a sigh of relief, took the saber from Marine from behind, swiped it and opened a hole, and pressed it with his bloody fingers. Is this a man? Well, I'm leaving. There will be some devil fruit trade in the future. Remember to call me for the amount of the latter's devil fruit auction. Lu Yun hurried to find the Black Jack. Golden Lion, which was locked by the knot of wood, suddenly relaxed. Hey, Shiki, how did he run away? You don't keep your word. Sengoku reminded. I just said to give it to you, but I didn't say how to give it to you. Qin Luo said harmlessly. Water melts everything. Float away. Into the sea. You. Sengoku and Garp were so annoyed they almost didn't spit out a mouthful of blood. Wow Kaka, Sengoku Garp, you two made me so miserable. Golden Lion must be furious, this time he failed completely, and of course he has to find a place in these useless marines. PFF'd. Suddenly Golden Lion felt a slap on the back of his neck, and he quickly fell off unconsciously. Ah, what happened, Captain? The pirates were stunned, and saw their captain inexplicably lost his fulcrum in the air and fell straight down. Golden Lion's energy is exhausted. It seems that this time he can't escape. Hurry up and tie him up with sea stone. Who is it? Who shot it? Sengoku's head was a little stunned. He just said about the Kongming pirates, and now he saw the leader of the Flying Sky Pirates, Golden Lion, in the air. Down. This is an unscientific thing, of course it needs to be checked. Gia, Marines, stay safe. These words suddenly floated from the sky. Who are you? Don't be sneaky. Sengoku secretly said that this person is really here. Where there is money to be made, there are people there. Who's pretending to be a ghost there? Die for Lao Su. Garp roared. Garp, you're still the same, with such a bad temper. The man ignored Garp and continued, let's make a deal. You don't even dare to reveal your face, how can you make a deal honestly? Sengoku replied grimly. I don't want you to die. Sengoku, anyone who's seen my face is gone. The void was silent for a moment, then chirped Haki. What a gutsy bastard, to even say Marine Admiral. Garp even scolded furiously. After all, he couldn't find where the other party was, or he would just kick the man away. Sengoku grabbed Garp and said, you are him. Yes, I am him. Black Jack the Ripper who walks in the dark. Void also responded as if playing a riddle. I will help you catch Lu Yun back, and you will prepare a bounty for me. In addition, the Golden Lion's bounty will also be supplied to me now. The voice said firmly, as if he would not refuse no matter what he said. Deal. ... From here, Lu Yun continued to set off towards the Great Route, and he was no longer clear about what happened behind him. As early as in Marineford, Lu Yun felt a faint sense of unease. After being thrown into the water, I have been searching for some of these factors that make myself uneasy. The only thing to do is to put it aside for a while, and use the water to melt all things to find Laboon, where Lu Yun met Momoshiki. You've been here for so long, you're worried about me. Momoshiki cried out with a wow when he saw Lu Yun, and then jumped on Lu Yun, holding one of Lu Yun's sturdy roots with his extra strong parts. Something that has always loved scrubs. You're always holding my arm and shaking 343 ah. Lu Yun was in a good mood, although he was a little uneasy, but the soldiers came to block the water and the soil. Fortunately, he received a lot of points this time. Don't you like it? Momoshiki pouted, suddenly released his arms, turned his face away, and put his hands on his eyes and rubbed them. There's no one who doesn't like it, it's just. Lu Yun thought to himself, but every time he could only watch, but couldn't eat, his heart was so tired. Every time you are only responsible for igniting, but not for turning it off, Lu Yun is afraid of being played. I have to say that a certain part of her is really big, and it is simply impossible to grasp with one hand. Yeah, just say it if you like it. Momoshiki said in his heart, but he was afraid that Lu Yun would have a pimple, so he wouldn't be flexible at all, and he wouldn't say some sweet words. Lu Yun said. Okay, I won't stop you, I'm here to report. Momoshiki said with a stern face, is it so difficult for you to say that you like me? The angry Momoshiki spoke directly. After you went out, I tortured the she-male, and I used the method of our marine to interrogate it, and I learned that this person planned to take someone to attack the marine, and accidentally knew that one of the marines was going to South Blue Baterilla Island. Search for Rouge. Who is Rouge? One Piece King of Pirates Roger's first wife, Portgas de Rouge of South Blue Baterilla Island. Chapter 285 Rouge. South Blue Baterilla Island. Chin Luo finally remembered, and in another year and 3 months, a woman named Rouge here will give birth to Ace, who is 20 months pregnant. Do you know who Marine was arrested this time? Chin Luo asked. I've made it clear, the shemale just said that this time it was Marine Vice Admiral Kizaru. Momoshige replied. What? Chinluo secretly said that it was broken. According to his memory, the Vice Admiral who set out to find Rouge should be Garp, and then Garp respected this woman named Rouge, protected the flesh and blood of One Piece King of Pirates Roger, and then put the born ace lives on Windmill Island with Luffy and Sabo. And this time because he made a scene in Marineford, did it directly affect the historical process? Chinluo felt helpless for a while. Without Ace and Luffy, he would never get the second 2 years of great growth. No, you have to stop it now. Laboon, set off for South Blue Battery La Island. Ow, Laboon responded, and the dragon's tail directly stirred the seawater, swirled directly into the vortex, and set off on South Blue Battery La Island. South Blue Battery La Island is a small island located at the very edge of South Blue. It can be said that even if you expand a map that is accurate enough to go to a small island, you will never find this small island. To get here with the record pointer, you can only get to this island with the permanent pointer. On the island is a very bright and peaceful town. Basically, no pirates have appeared here. Everyone lives and works here, self-sufficient, and people live a peaceful and happy life. There is a grove near the sea in this area, and in the grove lives a woman who lives alone. Simple cabins, quiet groves, gurgling water, and flying birds. Squeak. At this time, it was time for this woman to go out and look at the ocean. She was wearing a golden pink one-piece dress, her face was gentle, her body was soft, and her lower abdomen was slowly bulging under the loose one-piece dress, obviously already pregnant. This man is Portgas de Rouge. 5 months ago, Roger came here to meet her for the last time, and told her a sad truth, but she supported Roger without hesitation, but she was very contradictory. She still believed that Roger would come back one day, back to this Kojima finds him. So every day, she goes to the part of the island closest to the sea to see if there are any pirate ships coming from afar. Rouge. Rouge. Just as Rouge was staring, a loud roar suddenly came from behind, calling Rouge anxiously. When Rouge listened intently, he knew that this was the old man Wong who usually treats him very well. He hurriedly turned around and saw an old man with a straw hat, tattered body and cloudy eyes. What's the matter, old man, so anxious? It's not good. The big thing is bad, pirates are coming to our village. What, pirates? When did we come to pirates here? Our village is so poor, what are pirates doing here? Rouge was puzzled, because she had too little news. Rouge, don't worry, we don't want anything, everyone has already hid on the hill on the island, let's go. No, my husband will be back in a few days, Rouge, just listen to what my old man Wong said. If you don't leave now, you will stay here and die for the pirates. We will have no lives to wait for your husband to come back. Go, do you want to wait until your husband comes back? But see your grave, old man Wong argued, and knew that Rouge was a stubborn woman, and he couldn't take it away by force. No, Pharaoh, go first, I have to wait for him. Rouge said firmly. Hey, then I'm going, you pay attention. You are the only one left in the village. What a sin, old man Wong sighed as he walked. Rouge looked at the seaside, the sunset in the sky was about to go down, and today it is estimated that his husband Roger will not come back. She glanced at the sea for the last time, and it was still endless water. Crash. Suddenly, a frantic roar came from behind her, as if the house was being burned. Rouge turned around and saw that his village, the houses that his fathers and villagers had depended on for generations, were all about to be burnt down. She felt a deep sympathy for no reason. This world government that eats the weak, is really as thoroughly corrupted as Roger said. Run. She ran over frantically, even if she was alone, she had to protect the village. Hey, Captain Panther, there's a man here, let's ask her where the village treasures are. Hey, she's actually a super beauty. Look, some brothers have good luck again. Before Rouge ran back to the village, he saw a group of pirates with horns on their heads, or one blind, with hooks in their hands, hoods, machetes, and a torch in their hands. The small presence is thoroughly illuminated. Several of the wretched-looking people immediately surrounded Rouge. As soon as they saw Rouge's beautiful face, the Peugeot appearance made them move their fingers, and they became polite somewhere. However, because there is still a captain here, of course, good things must be enjoyed by the captain, so they dare not move around. Go to hell! A dignified shout came from behind them, and also sounded from behind Rouge, remembering that behind Rouge, a series of cowhide shoes and the sound of mud crossing tatas came to mind. After a while, Rouge saw a black shadow in the shape of a huge Black Panther head slowly projected behind him, wrapping himself up. Rouge was stunned for a moment, and when he looked back, he saw a sturdy man with a black leopard head and almost half his height. You, tell me where all the people in the village have gone. Woman, if you don't tell me, I will rape you first and then kill you. The leopard-headed man glanced at the woman, leaving a puddle of saliva at the corner of his mouth. But the more important thing is to find the treasure, otherwise this trip will be lost. You stinky pirates, get out of the island. You have burned down the houses that we have lived on for generations, and we don't have the gold and silver treasures you want. We are here to create wealth with our hands, and we don't need gold at all. Silver jewelry, Rouge said righteously, neither humble nor arrogant, and angrily scolded this gang of pirates who were greedy for money and killed their lives. Compared with their husband Roger's pirate group, they are really inferior, and they are not on the same level at all. Stinky mother-in-law, I need you to teach me a lesson. Slap you to death. At this time, a ferocious man with a horn on his head showed his white teeth and said with a grin. Chapter 286 Kizaru's Stratagem. Wait, Captain Panther couldn't help but have some doubts when he heard Rouge's words. Captain, isn't it a woman? We will tie him up at the time, and then put him in the middle of these houses. When the flames start to burn, we can burn it to death. At that time, those villagers who are hiding somewhere, if they don't when she appeared, the woman was burned to death. The unicorn man offered a vicious plan. Report, Captain, Marine is coming soon. At this time, a little pirate rushed over and reported. What, so fast this time, Captain Panther? The expression on his face was a little stiff. Captain, you said that I have observed these days, and I have always felt that Marine Vice Admiral Kizaru is tracking us these days. How could it be him? He is the top existence in Marine Vice Admiral. Why did he come back to pay attention to our Black Panther pirates? A black line appeared on Black Panther's face, and his body trembled uncontrollably. I don't know yet. Kizaru is the pillar of Marine Vice Admiral. If he doesn't stay on the Great Route, there must be some conspiracy when he returns to our South Blue. But these days, he has been following us. Black Panther said, slowly recalling that he seemed to be stuck by Marine Vice Admiral Kizaru these days. And even made 960 local joint interceptions, forcing them to change their course many times. This time, they came to rob a poor village and came to this small island on the border of South Blue. It was because they were chased too quickly and they had eaten everything, so they could only go to the island to rob. No way, just follow your plan, quickly collect food and treasure, and we'll set off after collecting. Black Panther said firmly. Little ones, hurry up and tie this stinky bitch to me, and set her on fire for me. The one-horned deputy captain called out the two pirates beside him. Two pirates looked wretched, and helped Rouge over, couldn't help but touched her a few times, and then tied the person to the barbecue. Listen to me, I count to 3, if you don't come out and call out all the treasures and food, I will burn her to death. At this time, the one-horned vice captain directly picked up the mic in his mouth. The people around in the air were screaming, shouting directly to the people in the village. As long as the people in the village do not come out, they are indirectly killing this woman. Ignition, Captain Panther roared. Burn me, burn this woman. The pirates had no feeling at all about burning a woman, as if they were participating in a grand bonfire party. They cheered and took the small amount of food found here. Come out, there are still some wines to fill everyone's wine glasses, and the carnival goes straight. The flames were burning loudly, and soon spread to less than 1 meter away from Rouge. The original people in the village were still indifferent. Old Man Wong watched blood dripping in his heart, but he also knew that he must not go out at this time, and he would become a sinner in the village if he went out. He also persuaded Rouge to leave just now, but he didn't expect her to be so stubborn, and he couldn't blame him for what happened now. Blame these pirates for being too brutal. The pirates around were frightened by the increasingly burning houses, and several people jumped away. Where's that woman? Black Panther suddenly remembered. I guess she was burned to death, said the one-horned co-captain. The house where she was staying has been burned down. The people in this village are really weird, everyone is hard-hearted. Captain Panther said. Come on, Marine is here, it will be too late if you don't go, said the one-horned vice-captain. Little ones, go. Captain Black Panther glanced at the fire bush, which would soon become a sea of fire. At this moment, Captain Black Panther only felt that a stream of light flashed in front of his eyes, and there was a flash of light in front of him. I saw countless light spots flashing in front of him, and the shadows were chaotic. After these light spots appeared, they slowly condensed and formed. Piece by piece, within a few breaths, a condensed entity appeared. Where's that woman? As soon as the condensed entity appeared, a large white marine cape appeared, and casual clothes appeared inside. The corner of the condensed entity's mouth twitched and asked directly. See, Marine Vice Admiral. They turned around and saw the captain, who suddenly screamed, and saw that the man turned out to be Kizaru. Black Panther's head was stunned for a while. How did this person do it? And he came over directly. What are you stammering? What about that woman? Kizaru Pelucerino directly lifted the Black Panther's head, lifted the Black Panther taller than himself, and pinched the opponent's neck. Then, fire! Captain Black Panther was directly choked and speechless. Damn you, pirates! Pulsolino directly clenched Captain Panther's hand and killed him directly. Throw people into the fire. Trance. A corpse rushed in, tearing open a door to the huge sea of fire. A yellow flash flashed, and went directly into the fire. When Kizaru Pelucerino flashed and solidified, the corners of the clothes were already burnt. The pirates put down their weapons for me, and lay down on the ground for me. At this time, there was a sound of Marines shouting from the sea, leaving a group of people to guard the ship, and put the pirate ship on the pirate ship. All destroyed. The rest rushed into this small island village with guns and surrounded the pirates inside. The pirates threw the weapons in their hands to the ground with a bang, and all obediently became the prisoners of the Marines. What's your name? Marine Vice Admiral Kizaru threw the unconscious person directly to the ground. This time he came to find the posthumous son of One Piece, King of Pirates Roger. This time Marine Admiral Sengoku assigned him the task. This time, he came to South Blue and came to the weakest sea area. He felt super bored, so he remembered that when he was an intern, he liked to go to the weak sea to drive away those pirates. He didn't expect that this time he almost ruined his big business. Since his goal is to find the woman and posthumous son of One Piece, King of Pirates Roger in this place, he naturally has to confirm whether the woman on the local island is pregnant every time he goes, and whether he has given birth to a son after the pregnancy. Blackhorn. The one-horned deputy captain was so frightened that all his shit and piss rolled out, and replied respectfully on his face. Did you know that I drove you to this island? Kizaru Pelucerino said with a crooked mouth, constantly grinding his nails with clippers. Chapter 287. Let me step on. No, I don't know. Heijao was like falling into an ice cave. It turned out that his words and deeds were controlled by the other party. Drag it out and kill it. Pelucerino returned the soldiers directly. I know. Drag out and kill. Pulsolino is tired of playing with these people, and of course he will kill them, and this time if it is known that Kizaru deliberately drove the pirates to the island and condoned them to set fire to people, he promises to return to the Marine headquarters. Will be criticized. Teacher Zephyr estimates that he will have to talk to him about this for a long time. Drag that woman up, Pulsolino called out. This is the third island he has come to. It is said that One Piece King of Pirates Roger is basically in this South Blue for the last few days. He spent it on a small island, so he needs to start from these small islands now, and then arrange the things here, and if he starts a carpet-like arrest here, it is very likely that Roger's bastard can be posthumously killed directly in the cradle. Rouge was smoky in the smoke and fainted, and just now Marine woke her up with a basin of cold water. "What's your name, woman?" Kizaru glanced at the woman, especially at her belly. Rouge said wearily, but there was no fear in his eyes. "How long have you been pregnant?" Pelucerino went straight to the point. "I'm not pregnant," Rouge said firmly. "Not pregnant?" Kizaru laughed. "Who are you kidding, woman? You see your belly has grown so big." "Not pregnant. I'm a tumor." Rouge showed a hint of toughness. "Tumor. Okay, then I'll step on those feet myself to see if the person in your stomach is Roger's posthumous child. Come on, the tumor is with me anyway, and I'm already dying. If you don't kill me, or the pirates don't burn me to death, I'll die too." Rouge's face was awe-inspiring, and she had the true nature of a woman who would risk herself. "Okay, hold him down for me." Kizaru was a little skeptical in his heart, but the gesture in his hand was very good. He had to bluff this woman. Yes. Two Marines walked out from the left and right, and pushed Rouge to the ground. Rouge could no longer move. "Since you are so stubborn, you are all the flesh and blood of the wicked pirate Roger anyway. If I trample to death, I will be trampled to death. Even if I guess wrong, it is fate that didn't take good care of you and let you die. In our marine, this is called rather killing the wrong, not letting go. You guys." Rouge wanted to struggle, but this time he regretted it. He had never seen such a wolf-hearted person. Wait, Rouge." At this time, an old mountain village man rushed in directly from the outside door. "Who is this person? Kill me." Pulsolino was not tired of it. This is the South Blue border town, and the world government won't blame him for killing a few people. Bang! A bullet popped out of the gun rack and directly hit Pharaoh, who ran over. Pharaoh. Rouge felt a sharp pain in his heart. This is the person who takes care of her the most on this island. "Hey, if you don't admit it, I will crush your stomach to death." "Bah, marine scum, you have to kill or slash. Anyway, I'm seriously ill, and I definitely won't be able to live next year." Rouge's eyes hide strong hatred and helplessness as a woman. She wants to end her life now. No ability. She despised the marine who trampled on the dignity of others. "Humph, do you think I dare not?" He had seen this look from his teacher Zephyr. His teacher Zephyr despised him the most, Pelucerino. But Pelucerino is going to be Marine Admiral. And then the man who became Grand Marshal Marine. Pelucerino lifts his feet. Fall. This step, Rouge knew that his bloodline was about to end, but she didn't know if anyone had experienced despair, but she was so despairing that she would rather die with the unborn flesh and blood inside. "Hey, who are you? You can't go in." Suddenly there was a commotion from the door. Immediately afterwards, there was a strong pressure, and a strong wind rolled up and directly blew away those who were watching the door, killing them all. "Kizaru, let me die." The door roared, full body. A flash of white light collided directly with Kizaru. Kizaru had originally planned to kick the man away, but suddenly an extremely strong hardness hit him directly. A powerful force almost wanted to destroy him. Kizaru, who had no time to protonize, directly slammed into him. Blood is spitting out. Billy. It directly turned into a streamer and dissipated in the air. Where did Kizaru hide? Stay safe. The white light flashed and condensed the whole body. I saw that the man was not very tall. He was wearing a mysterious black robe with black and white flowing clouds, and a pair of black robes on his face. A mask showing only one eye. "It's you, Luyun." Pelucerino condensed his body out of the light spot, and there was a trace of blood on the corner of his mouth. He took out a white handkerchief and wiped the blood on the corner of his mouth directly. "It hurts," made him grin. "That's right, it's me. You seem to be very happy. Are you relieved by me? Look at the smile and show a row of teeth." Chin Luo let out a sigh of relief and finally arrived with a secret voice. Laboon's movements were still too slow. After turning over the red earth, Chin Luo directly cast the water to melt everything and came over first. What are you doing here? Said Pelucerino through gritted teeth. He knew that the other admiral couldn't beat this kid last time, and his strength is unfathomable, so he is now throwing his hands at the mouse. Are you Portgas de Rouge? Chin Luo completely ignored Pelucerino and asked the woman lying on the ground. Yes, Rouge admitted generously, and he could see that the man in front of him had a somewhat similar temperament to the head of his family. Hello, I'm Roger's good friend. Name, you can call me Lu Yun. Chin Luo said solemnly. But you have to stay here for a while, I have to just poop and not wipe my butt. Chin Luo said, turning around and taking a look at Pelucerino. Pelucerino's face twitched. What do you want? Don't come here. Didn't you just say you were going to play the stomach-stomping game? Chin Luo's face was like a spring breeze. Report, Captain, the ship we were able to get through the sea stone was overturned. At this time, Marine, who didn't know what to do from the outside, rushed in to report. He had just inspected the marine warship and found that the sea stone ships had been destroyed. At that time it is very likely that it is impossible to safely pass through the windless area. Chapter 288 Sad Blackjack. No, it's not. However, no one paid any attention to the person who reported it, and Pelucerino wanted to say no. Humph, I want to run. Chin Luo slapped him. Gravity. Full body. A burst of invisible and intangible power instantly acted on Pelucerino, and then Chin Luo slapped him. Poor Kizaru turned into a bunch of light protons and wanted to escape. Chin Luo bounced and jumped, using repulsion to eject, but the speed was still not as fast as Kizaru. You run. I let you run away. If I let you run away, you won't be able to come back. Chin Luo was very angry. It was the first time he met such a bachelor like Kizaru, who used the speed of light to escape. How did the marine government of the world degenerate into such a state that they would run away when they saw the pirates? Almighty push. Full level. The crazy repulsive force slammed out directly with Chin Luo as the center. The repulsion force ran fast at the visible speed of light, and directly touched the person. Pelucerino seemed to be hit by the fleshy fruit of a meat bear. Was directly ejected. If you are unlucky and fall into the sea, Kizaru is very likely to sink to the bottom of the sea. Chin Luo looked at the person who was ejected and felt a sense of pride. When it fell to the ground, I saw that the marines nearby had been directly rushed to nowhere by all the almighty pushes. Rouge, will you come with me? I'll take you to sea. Chin Luo, who had planned to meet Roger, suddenly felt the back of his head being stared at. Almighty push. Full level. A surging energy surged out, with Chin Luo as the center. Any object with a radius of more than 20 meters was directly ejected. In his voice, his confidant was hungry and spit out a mouthful of blood, and called out directly. Who is sneaking around there? Chin Luo only realized that someone was approaching him by virtue of his own cultivation. Chin Luo decisively broke out a powerful indiscriminate attack. Tisk tisk, it's really extraordinary. It's as powerful as the rumors. But you still can't do anything to me, because you can't see me at all. I can do whatever I want. Even if you hate me, you still can't see me. You can't see me but you're angry with me. Do you think this is a love affair? The man hiding in nothingness laughed savagely. That's not necessarily true. I'm not an ordinary person. Chin Luo showed a wonderful look on his face. Bragging, I have been in this world for so long, killing so many people, and no one can see me. You're Black Jack, right? Chin Luo's expression was very strange. He also said that he had to go to the Great Route to meet this man who walked in the dark and had a faint fruit. Looking for a place, it takes no effort to get it. You just know my name. I can use my abdomen to make a sound, and I can also use my other parts to make a sound. Even if you locate me with your voice, you can't find me. Black Jack said confidently. I could kill you at any time. The man continued. Come here if you can. Chin Luo deliberately wanted to test how much his strength had improved recently. Kill. A killing word fell in the air, and the man used all his powers to attack the west and darken Chen Kang. The conspiracy and tricks relied on stealth, and stabbed directly into Chin Luo's heart in the opposite direction of the sound. Ha ha ha. Almighty push. Bump. With another touch, it directly kicked that person away. I don't believe in this evil. Blackjack rushed over again, this time in a different way, walking in an S-shaped direction. Chin Luo would never guess the direction of the attack. Almighty push. 10 times. Bump. There was another loud noise, almost throwing Blackjack out of his bile. Hey, do you just come and go with this trick? Such a weird trick. Blackjack suddenly felt speechless. How rogue this person was fighting, and there was no dead end in this total, so how could he start? Yes. Chin Luo laughed harmlessly. If Golden Lion was here at this time, he would have run away. This smile concealed a lot of risks. Gravity. 10 times. Almighty push. 8 times. Ah, my body involuntarily leaned over. A different voice in the void just remembered, and it blew up with a direct touch. How is it? Have you tasted my new trick? Chin Luo stood alone in the huge ground space. The flames around were directly blown away by the repulsion force, and went out. The ground was shaved by the repulsion force with Chin Luo at the center. In the bare desert, not even the grass roots are left. This is because Chin Luo can restrain his strength. If the gravitational force and the repulsive force rub against each other at the full level, it will directly make him smashed to ashes. In order to save his own faint fruit, he couldn't let him die like this, and it would take a lot of effort to snatch the devil fruit that regrown at that time. Chin Luo didn't want any mistakes. If you have the ability, don't use these 2 tricks. Blackjack floated back from nowhere. Yes, Chin Luo agreed. You don't know my name yet, now you can know my name. Blackjack said hidden in the void. I'm sorry, I don't plan to know your name, I just want another specimen with your name in my specimen room. Chin Luo laughed wildly. Yes, if you have the ability, you can't use your hands. Blackjack gave a wicked smile on his face. Okay, Chin Luo said cheerfully, well, I don't move my feet, I don't move my body, I just stand where I am, okay. I can kill you with my eyes for a rubbish like you. Believe it or not in Blackjack. The eyes are full, white eyes, open. As soon as Chin Luo opened his eyes, he could see everyone's meridian running diagram. At this moment, he saw a naked man standing behind him on the right side, revealing the meridian running diagram. System panel. Yes, Lord Su 0.9. Bring me the sea stone in your space. Master host, what style do you want? What? Chin Luo looked bewildered. When he was pulled from the sea stone ship, it was a whole piece. Why is this system so fashionable now, and there are different styles? Master host, I have a built-in furnace, which can be made into different tastes according to the requirements of each era. Oh, let's have a 21st century weapon then. Chin Luo came here thinking about the weapons of the 21st century. Bang. 925 pure silver in the 21st century. But Nima is such a small chain, can't it break free? Chapter 289 Sandbags. Host, this object is made of sea stone polished with modern technology, with very high hardness. Basically, there are no incredible problems such as tearing, breaking, and tearing. Please use it with confidence. Ding dong. Hey, let's go now. Chin Luo looked bewildered. Ha ha ha, this is what you said. The 2 tricks you just used to suck people from the air and push people from the air can't be used. You don't move your hands and feet, and your body doesn't move. You just stood there and gave it to me. Did you hit a sandbag? Ha ha ha. Blackjack was also drunk, and it was the first time he met such a fool. You guys, give it to me. Of course Blackjack is not stupid, he will use his own fish and shrimp to go straight up and crush Chin Luo to death. You must know that his faint fruit can directly hide all the people he has come into contact with. Chin Luo frowned and Vivi frowned. This kid has a lot of tricks. If he hadn't been able to read Amaterasu with his eyes, he might have been beaten by this kid's men. Left eye, white eye. Right eye, kaleidoscope writing wheel eye. Immediately, the veins in one eye were exposed, and the other eye was blood red as if it was congested. Blind eyes lock on blackjack. Sharing wheel eye Amaterasu. An invisible chakra light instantly emerged from the writing wheel, and along the route locked by the white eye. With a bang, I saw that among the people, the last person suddenly jumped up in shock. Ah, it's hot, it's hot. That person was Blackjack. He remembered that he was completely invisible. Why was the other party able to identify his position? Inexplicably, the jet black flames ignited directly in his hands. These flames will not go out no matter how he shoots them. Now he really wants to rush into the sea, but he is a fruit power user, a landlubber. His hands are swollen now, but the flames above are still burning. What kind of flame is this? It really kills people with just their eyes. The invisible pirates were stunned. However, as the black flames burned more and more, the invisibility of several of them disappeared directly, and the people who appeared were naked. Frightened, several people hurried away to find clothes. Who is this person? A friend who claims to be Roger has an unparalleled ability to completely defeat the enemy almost perfectly. Rouge felt an unprecedented peace of mind. Ah, it's hot. These black flames actually burned along the whole body, and the dark flames made people unable to withstand the energy above and burned directly. Well, I didn't lie to you, did I? Chin Luo said harmlessly. Hey, you quickly put out these flames. Blackjack said anxiously. Okay, you promise me a condition. Okay, I admit defeat, I promise you any conditions. That's what you said. You put your hand out. You hurry away from these flames. What do you want me to do with my hand out? I'm here to help you drive away those flames. I read few books, don't lie to me. Hurry up, why are you lying to me? Chin Luo was so mad at this guy. I'll put on a sea stone necklace for you, why are you so excited? Okay. The man who once roamed the pirate world and the marine world will wear a dog bracelet. Chin Luo put the necklace on and was about to tie it on. Why does this chain look so familiar? Said Blackjack. You think too much, this is my latest magic chain to go to fire and exorcise. Chin Luo said casually. Of course you have, brother Seastone. But it's 21st century craftsmanship, so you just feel familiar. Why do I feel so weak? Blackjack asked. Of course, you see you've been roasted by the flames for so long. I feel soft all over, not just where the flames are. Okay, it's probably the flame problem, I'll absorb it for you. Chin Luo said harmlessly, snapping on the sea stone necklace. Chin Luo flashed a kaleidoscope of eyes, and the pupils contracted to directly absorb the Amaterasu flame. This chain of yours is really strange. It turns out that the right and left hands are connected to each other. Of course, the full name of this thing is called Seastone Handcuffs Chain Mini Version. What? Seastone? What's all the fuss about? I won't buckle Seastone, your kid will show up obediently. Ah, did you see it? I'm naked. Yes, naked, Chin Luo said harmlessly. I'll go, you. What are you going to do? You are a monkey with hair all over the body. Is there any difference between being naked and wearing clothes? When Seastone's bracelet was buckled, this guy's body that he hadn't passed by for more than 10 years finally appeared. Chin Luo thought it would be some kind of beautiful man, but he didn't expect it to be a monkey. This monkey is estimated to have eaten the invisible man fruit in human fruit, so he can turn everything he touches into stealth. Ooh, I'm so sad, Heijak's body was grabbed by Chin Luo's hand, he suddenly flew into the air, and was thrown out of the sea by Chin Luo. Wow, I'm going to die. Blackjack yelled. Laboon ate him for you. With 2 squeaks, Laboon ate the person in 1 bite. Rouge with a tough face on the side and was about to go by boat, because these people had already seen Blackjack being eaten directly by 1 bite. And as to whether or not Rouge's whereabouts will be revealed, there is no need to worry about this. Because Kizaru's situation is very delicate, if he dares to speak out, it will only damage his reputation. So Kizaru didn't dare to take the initiative to tell the public when Rouge was kidnapped by Chinluo. It is estimated that Kizaru will continue to patrol here with a pretense, knowing that it is almost time to go back and report that he can't find it at all. Then, these pirates are left. Chinluo turned around and said, "Did you see anything today?" "No, I didn't see anything. Just a few of you know what happened today, have you heard? If anyone dares to leak the news, even if you are invisible, I will still kill you." "Yes, what if she leaked it?" The pirates repeatedly said yes, then pointed at Rouge weakly and asked. "I'll kill you all," Chinluo said angrily. Yes, Liu Yunshan is really eager for justice, fair and strict. We admire it. How dare everyone refute? Go. Chinluo turned around and walked to a marine warship, set sail and left. After walking away for about half an hour, Chinluo hugged Rouge and jumped into the sea, shouting, "Laboon." Chapter 290 Black Jack's Treasure. A whale as magnificent as a wall in the red earth rushed out, opened its mouth obediently, and quietly waited for his good friend Chinluo to live in. "Laboon, take care of her. I'll take care of something." Chinluo threw Rouge in, then turned around, facing the marine warship, came an Amaterasu, Billy, double Amaterasu flames in 1 minute, a ship was directly burned into ashes. Absorbing the Amaterasu flame, Chinluo jumped into Laboon's mouth. Chinluo walked in all the way, and saw Momoshiki dressed in the wind of marine justice and Rouge in a dress walking side by side. Suddenly Momoshiki rushed over. "Chinluo, you're back." Momoshiki jumped over like a rabbit and hugged Chinluoxiong. Chinluo's face is full of peach blossoms. After all, Momoshiki is so attached to himself, he is still very happy, and even if he is majestic outside, if no one at home appreciates you, then the happiness is not real. Cough, cough. Just as Chinluo Momoshiki was arguing with me, a soft cough came from behind. Momoshiki's face flushed red. "It's all your fault," he complained and ran away. "Hello, Rouge." Chinluo had an embarrassed look on his face. There was a sentence that said, "It's beautiful to do, but you can't do it in front of others." "Thank you, Mr. Chinluo." There was a trace of unnaturalness on Rouge's face. She was very dignified, and she couldn't be as unrestrained as Momoshiki when she was with Roger before. A lot of crazy things are too late to do. He has gone west. "Oh, how did you know my name?" Chinluo was blindsided, and he was wearing a mask. "Miss Momoshiki told me." "Miss Momoshiki is very warm," Rouge said. Chinluo guided her into the gastric juice as he walked, and there happened to be a beach there. "She didn't bother you, right? She's always acting like this, and she's too enthusiastic." Chinluo respected Rouge very much. When she was alone, she could endure 20 months to give birth to Ace. "I'm 5 months pregnant now." That said, he greeted Rouge for a cup of hot tea. "Roger's matter has implicated a lot of people," Chinluo asked tentatively. "Roger came to me. He secretly disbanded the Roger Pirates, but there are still many people involved. The original members of the Roger Pirates, Dr. Crocus, Tom the shipbuilder." Rouge said. The man in front of him exuded an illusion that makes people have to believe him. The expression on Chinluo's face was a little weird. When he picked up Laboon, he saw Crocus, with a decadent look on his face. He wondered if he was worried that Laboon was in danger outside, or whether he was worried about his friend Yankee. Crocus, Dr. 5 years ago, he followed the Roger Pirates to the sea. Because Roger was seriously ill, he needed Crocus' assistance. However, the main purpose of Crocus himself when he went to sea was to find his friend, the patterned Yankee. It is estimated that he did not find the Rumba Pirates where the patterned Yankee was when he sailed. Tom, it should be Tom from the City of Seven Waters. Chinluo remembers that the Straw Hat Gang unraveled Tom's old story when they remodeled the Mary in the City of Seven Waters, but because most of the stories at that time were about the Straw Hat Gang and CP9. There is a story between the shipbuilding companies, but what happened to Tom is rarely introduced, which made Chin Luo faintly uneasy. He remembered was that after Roger's death, Tom did receive a life and death threat. What's wrong? Rouge saw Chin Luo in a trance, like Roger staring at the sea in a trance. She must have the kind of pride that swallows the world. No, I thought of some things about the old friends. Rouge, you are resting here at Laboon. I have a very strong hunch that there may be problems in the island of Seven Waters. You and Roger, Chin Luo said straightforwardly, almost told the news that Roger wasn't dead. Roger will live in the dark in the future, so he probably won't be able to recognize Rouge. However, Rouge is such an admirable person, and it may not be impossible for the two to meet in the future. What happened to me and Roger? Then it's a pity that you and Roger parted ways. Don't say it. Rouge gave a frustrated look for the first time. Laboon, set off to the Seven Waters Island. This voyage starts from a small island in South Blue, and needs to cross the Red Earth, cross the Windless Belt, and enter the Great Route. Chin Luo let Rouge have a good rest, and then came to the blackjack who wanted to assassinate him. You actually put a sea stone on me. Am I that easy to deceive? I'm the smartest blackjack. Blackjack's roar grew louder when he saw Chin Luo. Blackjack, you are now my prisoner. Hurry up and hand over those devil fruits that you usually keep. Chin Luo knew that this kid only made a living by killing people, and he would definitely do things like killing people and bringing sheep. After all, it is a lucrative thing. I won't give you death. Blackjack said. That's all right, if you don't give me some color, you won't know how good I am. Amaterasu. No, I said, I hid my treasure in a place on the island of Seven Waters where outsiders will never find it. Oh, the island of Seven Waters. Chin Luo was puzzled for a while, because he was about to go to the island of Seven Waters. At that time, it was also called the island of Seven Waters, because it could not be called the capital of Seven Waters until Tom made the sea train and Tom's apprentice unified the other 5 shipyards. Yes, the Seven Waters Island suffers from a tsunami from time to time all year round. It can be said that it is a place where the sea is flooded. The world government does not dare to go there. Even the pirates rarely get close, because they will encounter a tsunami once they go there. I just took a fancy to the island of Seven Waters, so where is your treasure safest? Chin Luo laughed for a while. This blackjack's IQ is not very good. Always being so conceited, and then revealing his secrets. Anyway, you can't kill me, I'm the only one who knows where my treasure is. Blackjack proudly held his hands behind his back and looked like a big slut, but this was a monkey. Okay, as long as you have 50 devil fruits, I will let you go. Chin Luo said immediately. Really? Well, I'll take you there. Where is your ship, and I'll take you out. I'll take a part-time job as your navigator. Blackjack pretended to be very familiar. He planned to recover himself once the ability to stealth directly ran. No, we have good navigators, Laboon. Huh, is there a more powerful navigator than me in this world? Where? I want to compete with him. You. No. Okay, then I'll get on your boat and tell you the general direction. We're in the boat. Chapter 291 Beach Style. We're in the boat. Chin Luo simply answered him. Why is this kid talking so much? You lied to me. Now there is the sky above your head, there are beaches on the ground, and islands. Do you want to lie to me? Where is the pirate ship? Where is it? Okay, let me tell you. Our pirate ship is Laboon, and our pirate flag is the auspicious cloud skull above Laboon's head. Our ship and navigator are the same partner, Laboon. What? Blackjack was completely deceived. After sailing for so long, he had never seen such a strange pirate ship. Chin Luo understood the matter almost, and let Blackjack stay obediently. There is another prisoner next door. Hey, Shemale, Chin Luo said, hiding in the dark back, facing Chin Luo, and constantly painting on the ground. The fat man, the man with the purple afro in a lace suit, it was Eva, the king of Shemales who was caught last time. Ignore you, I'm going to draw a circle and curse you. Eva said with a lonely expression. Qinluo walked over a few steps, and sure enough, he saw a few more circles on the ground, but there was the word, Luyun, in the center. Puff. Qinluo couldn't help laughing. How much this man hates himself. Hey, have your pirates ready the devil fruits. Qinluo flashed a lightning bolt to Eva's men at the beginning, telling the other party to prepare 40 devil fruits to wait for him on Fishman Island. Busy with Roger's business, no time to deal with it. You keep me here, how do I know if they have the devil fruit ready? Eva almost got angry. Look at how you made me, not a ghost or a ghost, let me live in a place like this, don't give me delicious food, and let Empress suffer from jealous eyes and revenge for jealousy. Who is jealous of you? It's your Momoshiki. Boy, you have to decide for me. Quote. Feelings, you were forced to confess by Momoshiki, and then you have persecution paranoia. Okay, I'll go to Fishman Island after I find 50 devil fruits in the Seven Waters Island, and I'll sell you for some devil fruits. Qinluo felt a headache. This person is estimated that only Momoshiki can do it. Tortured to him, everyone else came here to be tortured to death or alive by the voice of others. Qinluo walked out of the small room where Eva was being held and entered Laboon's stomach. The sky was still painted by crocus, and there was a small beach island in the middle. You could go to the middle by boat. Now my points have been stuck at 39,708, and I have been unable to unlock new abilities. I used to be able to unlock a new ability at 40,000, but now I have to reach 50,000. Is this system aging? The efficiency of input and output is getting lower and lower. Qinluo floated away, and in a few breaths came to the island in the middle. Women are all selfish. This sentence is very good. As soon as he came back, Qinluo found that Momoshiki had left this central island only to himself. Qinluo fell to the ground and walked over step by step. He saw a golden sandy beach in the distance. There was a very eye-catching figure on the beach. Qinluo couldn't help but walk up. OMG. Enjoying a beautiful sunbathing on the beach at this moment. It's just the ultimate temptation. That beauty, do you need special services? Qinluo drooled when he saw it, as if granite fell into Qian's eyes, completely lost himself. Ah, satyr. Momoshiki immediately looked back when she heard the voice. It was Qinluo who had taken off her robe and mask. Although Momoshiki has a very hot figure, she is still a relatively conservative woman. If she wants to sunbathe herself, she will drive away all the others, so she dares to sunbathe so comfortably. If she had gone to the beach with her sister and other people before, she would not have dared to take off her clothes and sunbathe, and she would secretly watch her sister and other sisters from the sidelines. This time she was sure that there was no one left, so she would dare to sunbathe here, but she never expected to meet Qinluo, a little pervert. Hey, where? I'll kill him for you. Qinluo turned around and looked at Momoshiki all at once. I thought to myself, what a perfect life it would be if Tsunade was called out of the Dragon Palace in the future and sunbathing on this small island contracted by him. You. What am I? Yes, I'm working hard to help you fight a pervert. Should you reward me? No, so angry. Momoshiki quickly clutched his chest and cried weakly. I'm talking about you, you are a big pervert. Forget it, you go, you turn around. No, I won't. Qinluo secretly said, you have been following me for almost half a month, and I only saw you stripping naked in front of me in the daytime. You have to turn off the lights when you work, and you can only see abstinence during the day. Department of Uniforms, how can the current 3-point style come so suddenly? Happiness always comes too suddenly. Quote. Qinluo, you can be a little more rascal if you have the ability. Momoshiki now feels that her face is hot, and when did she get seen by a man all over her body? The heart is about to stop. 0. Okay, I'll turn around. Seeing Momoshiki pulling the beach quilt and refusing to let go, Qinluo couldn't bear it, and turned around to let her get dressed. Okay, let's take a beach bath, Momoshiki said after tidying up. Chinluo turned around and saw Momoshiki in a uniform lying flat on the beach. This picture shouldn't be so strange, okay? Chinluo's face was strange. Momoshiki's heart was pounding. It was really dangerous just now. If this little bastard really can't control herself, what should she do? Should she agree or not? Just thinking about it, he saw Chinluo take off his upper body clothes with a swipe, revealing a piece of strong wheat-colored muscles, bronze-colored skin, round and thick back shoulder blades, especially the small waist fossa, which is particularly strong and elastic. Looking at it, I almost want to go up and take a bite. Momoshiki's heart pounded like a rabbit when she saw it. In particular, this guy is wearing beach pants, and there is a small half of the pants exposed at the back. Buttocks. OMG. Simply more charming than a woman. The weather is really nice today. Chinluo looked at the seaside, then turned around and said with a grievance on his face, "It's such a nice weather, I don't like to sunbathe with me, so I'll just bask in the sun." The loneliness of the next person, the fault of the two. Chapter 292 Fundamentals of World Government. What did you say? It's a mess. Momoshiki's face was like a red cloud. It was estimated that the fire was so hot. The guy turned around and directly exposed his bulging chest muscles and tight belly, making Momoshiki's face hot on top of the original redness. You made me feel what loneliness is," Chinluo said with a grieved expression on his face. "Do you guys all seek pleasure like this?" My sister said, "Don't believe what a man says in bed." "Huh, do you admit that you are going to sleep with me?" Chinluo asked directly. "Go, I didn't sleep with you. I just borrowed a quote from my sister." Okay, don't hold back. Quickly help me loosen my bones, put some sunscreen on me, or something." Chinluo said brazenly. This is what he should have done for Momoshiki, but Momoshiki doesn't appreciate it. Then I have to change the way, seduce Momoshiki. It will probably be another sleepless night. Marine Headquarters, Marineford. Not long after the Golden Lion made a riot at the Marine Headquarters, a very large marine battleship came in from the outside, 3 times the size of the usual marine battleship, with as many as 50 guns on it, which is the giant in the mouths of marines. Kong's exclusive battleship, the Marshal's battleship. On the Marshal's battleship stands a man dressed in the Wind of Justice, with a Mohican hairstyle on his head and a mustache, which looks like an M shape. Standing in the crowd, he stands out from the crowd, basically 3 times the size of an ordinary marine. Body, unusually tall. With sharp eyes, he looked at the devastated frontal fortress of Marine, and his heart began to swell up and down. Marshal Kong, Commander, calm down. At this time, everyone around knew that the commander was going to be angry. He was very angry. It wasn't just those who destroyed Marineford who suffered, it was more likely the direct damages to their marines. "Yeah, Marshal, this is the end of the matter. The most important thing for us to figure out is who is so bold to make them like this. Let's arrest these people." The other vice admiral also rushed out to persuade them. "Catch them. More than that, I'm going to smash them to pieces. This is Marine's frontal fortress. These guys dare to come here to make trouble. It's equivalent to shitting on my head. You're not angry." Kong's voice sounded like a bell, and the people nearby were all deafening. Yes, we must arrest them and execute them in public. When you talk about this, I'm even more annoyed. How could Roger be kidnapped? You say it. Kong's slightly calmed emotions became irritable again. Blue. At this time, Kong's exclusive phone worm suddenly remembered. At this time, Kong wanted to scold people. Who the hell didn't have eyes to look for him at this time? Gorosei, 5 elders. Seeing the caller's message, I couldn't help but feel a little weird. "Hey," Kong said hello, still being polite to these old guys. "Hey, uncle, you Marines have done nothing at all, and the Marine headquarters have been dismissed by people. Where are you still? If it is of no use at all, and the face of the world government will be disgraced, we will consider whether to remove you as a marshal." Quote. Sir Gorosei, 5 elders, calm down, I'm almost at Marine headquarters. Now do you really know the importance of the problem? Don't keep your eyes on the minutiae, you know. Those things that really involve our world government are the root. You have to hold on tight. Government survival, marine honor these two bullnoses. Yes. Yes. It's a shit. Hurry up and send someone to help CP9 go to the island of Seven Waters to catch people. This time let Tom escape again. All of you guys will eat shit for me. Blue. Just as Kong was about to apologize and show his resolve, the gruff Gorosei 5 elders hung up the phone. Is it Tom? What really involves the core of the world government as the weapon of the world, the historical text 780 years ago? Kong didn't continue speaking, thinking heavily about the words of the Gorosei 5 elders. Soon it was getting closer and closer to Marineford, and what Kong could see was shocking. Marineford, known as the Marine's impregnable fortress, is an unbreakable place. Today, half of the nearby walls collapsed, and all the cannons on the crenels above were blown to the side. There are 40 or 50 marine warships on the ground. Haven't had time to clean up yet. It can be seen how serious the destruction is. Kong looked at Marineford, who looked like a tattered old man, and his mood had dropped to the bottom. Poof. Ship docked. Kong stepped down, and the people approaching were Sengoku, Vice Admiral Garp, who had just sorted out a little, and Zephyr, who was silent. What do you two eat? Rice bucket. Rice bucket is not as bad as you, right? You are responsible for guarding the Marine headquarters. How did the Marine headquarters become like this? Before getting off the boat, Kong faced Sengoku directly on the stairs. Garp squirted wildly. Yes, it was the pirate Golden Lion Shiki, who led the Flying Sky Pirates and threatened 50 marine hulks to drive directly to our Marineford. Later, Lu Yun stole the treasure house. Sengoku said one by one, it is not expected to increase the chaos of the scene, but the situation at that time was indeed very dangerous. What? Let that stinky boy Lu Yun run away. Kong's face suddenly stiffened. Search me hard. Increase the reward. Be sure to catch me back. It's gone to 2.5 billion Baileys. Black Jack the Ripper has gone after him. Well, any news? No. If you don't send someone to keep an eye on me. If anything else happens, I'll throw you all into the infinite hell. Kong spit the salt water on everyone's faces, and everyone remained motionless. NT dare to move on 4.8, in case the marshal gets angry, if a bone is thrown over, they will be paralyzed. They clearly remember that when Marshal Kong led a small team and met a pirate group with a bounty of 800 million Baileys, Kong threw a bone and almost destroyed the entire ship. What are you still doing here? Bring me the Golden Lion Shiki. This kid is not afraid of death, right? He dares to touch my Kong's nest. Die here today. Yes. Marine Vice Admiral Garp hurriedly brought people over. When Golden Lion Shiki saw this lineup, he really wanted to die. God-killing Lu Yun, this kid trapped himself here, or else Golden Lion Shiki could win or ran away. Chapter 293 Target Island of Seven Waters. Shiki, remember me, you dared to touch my Kong's lair, you are afraid that you are impatient. Push me into infinite hell, resist strictness, and sit in prison. Go directly to LV6. Kong said, sentencing the Golden Lion directly to death. The expression on Golden Lion Shiki's face was twisted for a while, and then he fainted. Before fainting, he kept saying, Lu Yun, I will not let you go even if I am a ghost. Calling all Admiral, Vice Admiral, first have a marine meeting. Kong felt that he was being too kind to the pirates of this world, and it seemed that a change was about to be made. Report. Vice Admiral Kizaru was sent out on a mission to find the bloodline of the wicked pirate Roger, and was responsible for eliminating the bloodline, but has not returned yet. At the meeting, a Vice Admiral who was in charge of recording the mission came forward in time to report. Okay, the purpose of our meeting is mainly for two purposes. The first one, led by Sengoku, Garp, Akainu, Kuzan, Zephyr, Suru, you five help me to form a marine special team, and set off directly to the island of Seven Waters, escort the gang of Eni's lobby. Be sure to assist Enies Lobby to complete the mission this time, without any mistakes. In addition, give Sengoku the ability to use Buster Call when necessary. Remember 17. Your mission must not let Tom run away. Make sure to put this person under government supervision. Quote. The following is the specific deployment of the battle, which will be analyzed and arranged by the staff officer Suru Vice Admiral. Okay, let's go. After the meeting, Sengoku once again convened to participate in assisting Enies Lobby to go to the island of Seven Waters to capture Tom the shipbuilder, and made a special mobilization. Tom is the Fishman family of horns, and is an accomplice of the most evil pirate Roger. He once built the world's most evil pirate ship Oro Jackson, which is Roger's pirate ship. The crime is extremely evil. This person is this. We were on the shipbuilding island above the island of Seven Waters. Enies Lobby has already sent CP9 to arrest people. We just want to assist the people of Enies Lobby to complete the task and arrest. We have already made a big scandal on the day the evil pirate Roger was executed. This time must not make another mistake. Quote. This is the end of the meeting. Everyone go back to prepare, and leave in an hour. The Marine headquarters immediately responded with the strongest response. The team dispatched almost occupied most of the Marine headquarters members. Together, they formed the most complete and most terrifying attack fleet in the history of the Marine headquarters. Island of Seven Waters, Shipbuilding Island. Tom is busy. Tom is busy. What is Tom up to? What is Tom up to? Yo-yo, he's busy building a sea train, building a sea train. This little song with a very different style is exactly a song that every inhabitant of the Seven Waters Island will sing. They are so proud that they can have an excellent shipbuilder like Tom. On this shipbuilding island, there are already dozens of shipyards, but the most famous one is Tom's Shipbuilding Studio. Speaking of this studio, many people can't help but give their thumbs up. This studio with amazing technology is now located on the most prosperous seaside of the island, and there are all kinds of bars on the seaside, and restaurants. These are all places for the pirates to enjoy themselves. A large number of their ships are sold to those who venture out to sea, and naturally this has become a good place for pirates to gather from time to time. Among the pubs here, there is a hotel called Maria Ozawa that is closest to Tom's shipbuilding studio. Because it is closest to Tom's studio, it has the most guests. There are so many people who come and go every day, which makes Maria, the coquettish owner of the hotel, to laugh from ear to ear. She is about to go out to buy some good wine at the moment. Recently, the number of people going to sea has suddenly increased tenfold, and the number of people has increased tenfold, making her small shop almost unable to support so many people. Squeezed in, you have to open a branch quickly. Hey, are you going to duel with me? Maria, who had just walked out of the door, heard a young boy suddenly shout at the door. She turned her head and saw this child, 10-year-old, full of air, wearing shorts, an open red shirt, a navy blue mohawk on his head, and a diving goggles on his forehead. At this time, he held a cannon in his hand and aimed at another boy of the same age as him. Cataphorum, if you want to fight, I will fight. The young man of the same age as Cataphorum held the pirate knife in his hand tightly and fought against him. Ah, you have the guts today. How dare you be in front of that stinky old man yesterday? The man Cataphorum faced was called Iceberg, and he was the same stinky old man's apprentice. HMPH, that's my respected Master Tom. Also, I don't allow you to call him a stinky old man. Kill, I don't allow anyone to insult the master. Iceberg, with a black face scarf tied on his head, charged directly to Cotty with a large knife in front of Flam. Cataphorum held the Frankie No. 8 cannon in his hand, and before he had time to fire, he was directly suppressed and stayed aside. This Frankie No. 8 cannon is a masterpiece completed last year by Cataflam, and it was tinkered with it from the garbage heap. At that time, Tom took a fancy to his craft, so he took it into Tom's studio. Bang! Cataphorum lifted the barrel of Frankie's No. 8 cannon and hammered it down at 880. The dexterous Iceberg hurriedly retreated and drew the broadsword. Killed it. Both of them were red-eyed at the same time. At this moment, the two of them were suddenly lifted up by a large hand with many wrinkles on the skin on one arm. "Let go of me, I'm going to kill him." Iceberg and Cataphyllum both yelled at each other without any hesitation. "Okay, you two stinky brats. Be quiet, if it wasn't for Maria's report to me, you two would definitely have an accident. Are you not doing enough schoolwork recently? You two are so leisurely," the two adults said. "Ah, Tom, you are really good, but these two apprentices are too naughty. You see, it's a real fight." Maria pursed her lips and said Isho. At this time, many people gathered around, including shipbuilding craftsmen, tavern waiters, and tavern owners. "Haha, when I was young, I had to be a manly man, and I wouldn't be afraid at all in the face of real guns and real guns. A boat is not good or bad, just like this person, a person is born with a blank face. Paper, there is no good or bad, only those who have a greater influence on them will make them change. I believe in you, my two apprentices will become famous men." It was Tom who spoke. Chapter 294. Tom. Tom, always appearing in front of the world, looks like a waste, because he is too slow, he has no time to take care of his clothes, and he hides in the dock from morning to night, knocking and beating. Beat, beat, beat. This person is Tom, right? One of the people in the group of onlookers lowered the brim of his hat and said. "I guess it is. I heard Roger say that this person is bold, informal, and has been passionate about making ships all his life." The other wearing a robe and cape happened to be Roger's hair-bearing wife, Rouge. She is still a fugitive. Easy to show up. Captain Luyun, is the ship Tom built better than our Laboon and Ryugu? Momoshiki also put on a pirate suit. The loose cloak blocked her ecstatic figure, but she still attracted a lot of satyr eyes. She put her hand on Chinluo's arm and rubbed it into her heart. Chinluo secretly said, "My darling." "What's the matter?" Rouge asked. No, Captain Chinluo was embarrassed. He was stimulated by Momoshiki. He was too embarrassed, he really couldn't get out of bed. Series. Chinluo hurriedly said in order to cover up, "I haven't found any government people here, and I can't see it either. Marine, there shouldn't be any trouble with Tom." What? Someone came to trouble Tom. At this time, a tall, shirtless man walked over. He had a big boat tattoo on his body and a white beard that looked like an axe on his mouth. Quote. Chinluo didn't expect someone else to talk. "Hello, welcome to Shipbuilding Island. First meeting, my name is Darustin, I am the owner of Darustin's shipbuilding studio. I admire Tom very much. Come on, let's have a drink at Maria's tavern." "Why?" "Like, my treat." Darustin was enthusiastic and forthright and took Chinluo directly into the Maria tavern. "I originally planned to say hello to Tom, but this was pulled away by accident, but it's okay, let's observe it in the dark for a few days. Don't worry, the soldiers will come to block the water and cover the soil." Maria's tavern, as expected, there are many people. As soon as I entered the door, I saw all kinds of pirates, dressed in rags, but shouting, "Come on, madam, serve me." Then I saw a fat buttocks, the woman with a slender waist, Ping Ping Ting Ting grabbed 2 large wine glasses and brought them up. That called Jew took the opportunity to pinch it. "Oh, good wine." Maria's eyes sent a surprise, and said, "Drinker." Suddenly, the flesh around Chinluo's waist suddenly hurt, causing him to take a cold breath. When he turned around, he saw Momoshiki's resentful eyes staring at him. "Hey, this little brother, can't you have a waist?" Darustin came over with a wine glass filled with yellow-orange fruit wine. Cough, "It's okay. Little brother, you can't do it at such a young age. It's not good. This thing is aphrodisiac, drink more." Darustin said, very reasonable. Quote. Our Captain Chinluo blushed. He wanted kidney deficiency, but Momoshiki Tsunade didn't give him a chance. "Hey, little brother, what did you mean when you said that the world government and marine were asking Tom to trouble him?" asked Dairostone. "You said that, I just heard a little bit of wind, it doesn't mean it must be right." Chinluo deliberately said something to make others feel trustworthy, That's right, before Roger after being publicly executed by Marine, Roger said on the execution ground, "Do you want my treasure? Go and find it. The fame, power, and treasure you want can be given to you. Just find my treasure." This makes the pirates all over the world go crazy. Yeah, Roger is a good one. I had a relationship with him. He stayed on our shipbuilding island for a few days. People are afraid of being famous and pigs are afraid of being strong. Roger became famous because of those words that inspired so many people to go out to sea. Chin Luo continued to explain. Yeah, they all say this is the beginning of a great pirate era. So Roger is unlucky, and everyone who follows him is unlucky. You haven't heard of it. After the Roger Pirates were secretly disbanded, the Roger Pirates, Deputy Captain Silba's Rayleigh, known as Hades, you know now where. Where? I don't know either. After Roger's accident, he went into seclusion. The Marine government is looking for him everywhere. Chin Luo originally planned to pass the word to Tom through this man named Daylustone, asking him to be careful and ask if not, just go to seclusion directly according to Rayleigh's way of doing things. Chin Luo's goal is too big now, and it's not easy to make public appearances. At that time, he will attract a large number of Marines, thinking that he has nothing to do with Tom. When all the Marines come to catch Tom, things will become a little wild. Really, little brother, thank you very much for your news. I will explain the situation to Tom now. Chin Luo felt that his Luyun outfit was not suitable for this occasion. He had already arrived before the people from the world government. If he was recognized at that time, he would definitely attract more Marines to come here, in order to avoid causing trouble to Tom. Chin Luo needs to change his outfit. Let's go buy a suit first. Chin Luo took Urshu out of the Maria's tavern. When he went out, he saw a violent discussion taking place in Tom's studio next door. Chin Luo didn't intend to know how Tom handled it. After all, he had already disclosed the news to him. He will always start from protecting his name. The best way is of course to hide his name like Rayleigh and live a good life. Soon he came to a tailor shop named Expensive. Chin Luo did not expect that there would be a concept of fashion in this era. There are some very neat cloth and satin on the doorway, very much like the silk and satin shops of the Ming and Qing court dramas. When I walked in, I saw a young master Gisuk walking in different silks and satins with 2 crushes in his arms. The owner of the silk and satin shop is a dwarf with a mustache. He has several sets of preformed clothes hanging on his head. He looks very good looking. There are many patterns on it, and the patterns are complicated. Mamasagi, which one do you like? You can choose the one you like. I will be responsible for the wallet. Chin Luo thought about bringing a woman to such a clothing store for the first time. It seems Hockey is considerate. Chapter 295 The nobleman died of a cheap mouth. But he didn't expect Chin Luo's words to please, but he heard a muffled hum from the next door. HMPH, now the poor people on the shipbuilding island are also pretending to be rich. Chin Luo didn't even look at the gentleman next door, and ignored him completely. Honey, if you like it here, I'll wrap it up for you, okay? Mr. Gisuk said to one of the women. What about me? What about me? A woman said coquettishly. It's the same, I'll wrap up the store and make beautiful clothes for my future princess. Mr. Guiji said pompously. However, Chin Luo completely regarded it as a dog barking. Chin Luo first chose a set of clothes for himself. What about this clothes? How should I put it? Hey, boss, I want to make a set of clothes. Chin Luo said. Oh, this gentleman, don't you like the clothes here? The boss asked. It's alright, but I still like the clothes I designed myself. Chin Luo was thinking about the more troublesome things in this world, because his current identity is Lu Yun, and Lu Yun is dressed in Shao organization clothes. He is going to create a set of 807 special clothing for Chin Luo. Tell me, how do you design it? The boss asked. Let's do it, I'll draw a picture, you can do it according to the above. Chin Luo said. That's fine, you can draw it. The boss with a mouse beard said with a happy face. After all, Tailoring is a lucrative industry. Okay. Qin Luo drew on paper and brushes. Give. So soon? The boss asked. Let's see if you can do it first. Qin Luo handed over the self-portrait in his hand. In fact, he is not a self-portrait, but he is a little more handsome. The clothing boss spread out the portrait in his hand, looking at it with a dazed face. The style of the painting is clear and strange. What's the matter with this girl wrapping half of her eyes in a headscarf, wearing green cotton clothes, feet he was wearing green tights and a pair of straw sandals. Sandals. The clothing boss doesn't know how to define this pair of shoes. It is obviously made of sandals, but it has to look like straw sandals, with ankles and toes exposed. Qin Luo drew a suit according to Kakashi's memory in his memory. This suit is also very cool, but he also drew the cape of the 4th generation Hokage, which made it even cooler. After all, Luyun is Xiao organization's clothes, and Qin Luo's special clothes must match Luyun's Luyun robe. You must know that the image of Qin Luo and the image of Luyun have the same status behind the forces, and the clothes hockey are the same, so that others will not doubt his strength. Can you do it? Qin Luo asked. Yes, it will cost a lot of money to do this. How much you can mention, I don't care about these things. You mainly need to reflect the design concept and make that kind of hockey effect. Qin Luo explained the design concept. Tisk tisk, I don't care about money, I want you to reflect the design concept. Ha ha ha, poor. If you were rich, you don't have to design it yourself. Right, my dear, said. Qin Luo is not interested in playing with this kind of small fish and shrimp. You must know that the ones he killed and injured were Marine Admiral, the big pirate. He still has a caring attitude towards the weak, such as human caring for animals. So Qin Luo gave the fool a caring look. Don't be familiar with this kind of person, Qin Luo, I've picked out my clothes. Momoshiki was also considerate, and quickly calmed Qin Luo's desire to do something with his gentle voice. Which one do you like? Qin Luo, out of humanitarianism, let this dog go. Qin Luo turned his head and said to Rouge, you can pick one too. I like that one. Momoshiki looked up at the one in the center. Qin Luo glanced at it, and it happened to be the ancient Chinese cheongsam. Suddenly, Qin Luo's mind flashed the appearance of a woman with high breasts who was also wearing a cheongsam. Qin Luo shook his head and laughed at himself. That person is Boa Hancock, and she is also a superb woman. I don't know if I can meet her. Wearing this superb antique cheongsam on women like Hancock and Momoshiki will elevate a woman's femininity to the extreme, which is very provocative. Qin Luo couldn't help but admire Momoshiki's vision. Yes, that's it. Boss. No, Henny, hurry up and buy it for someone else, they want that piece too. At this time, a whistling call came from Qin Luo's right back. Okay, the boss packs that piece. At this time, Mr. Guiji said quickly when he had the opportunity to express. Hey, shall we see it first? Qin Luo could bear it, but Momoshiki couldn't bear it any longer. Momoshiki asked directly. He hated other people's mouths the most. Qin Luo watched with great interest. He also wanted to smoke this shit. He had given so many opportunities just now, but he didn't expect to bump into each other in the end. Qin Luo sighed. What did you like first? The boss came out to judge. Mr. Guiji waved his feather fan and unfolded the fan. On the fan was written the 4 characters of Qing Wangzi, which was very eye-catching. Anyone with discernment knows that he is reminding the other party not to offend those who should not be offended. Prince Qing, hello. Is there anything to do with the old man? At this time, the man with the mouse beard hurried out. I liked this set of clothes, but this little girl said that she liked it first. What do you think? I plan to pack all your clothes here. If there is no such thing, I don't want any of them. That's it, said young Master Qingguo. The boss was completely stunned. In the face of huge profits, he was more inclined to sell to young Master Qing. It made him not dare to act rashly. Come out for me, boy. Qin Luo said. Ah yo, you still dare to duel with me, don't you? You don't know that we are the masters of tigers and wolves. Even the young master like me needs to be proficient in riding and archery. Then I will stomp you in the dirt. Ravaged. Oh, what is Chinguo? Is it powerful? Better than Marine Admiral? Don't bluff me, I'll see that this young master doesn't beat you to the ground, and I don't have the surname Ching. The young master of Chinguo continued to talk nonsense. Let's make a move, Qin Luo said without surprise or delight. Ah! Young master Chinguo ripped open his clothes, revealing his hairy chest muscles, showed off his strength, turned around, stuck a circle for the onlookers, rushed over, and slapped. Qin Luo slapped the man down and directly drew the man into a black spot. Chapter 296 Spandane. Wow! Ah! Before everyone could see what was going on, young master Chinguo in front of him had already disappeared. Everyone was shocked and disappeared without a trace. Qin Luo walked into the store and said, "Get it for me quickly, I'll wait online." The boss trembled with fright. Although he didn't understand what Qin Luo's online wait meant, he still ran over to get it. I don't know how long I waited, and suddenly I heard someone roaring outside. Marine Headquarters Admiral here, and CP_9 from Ennie's lobby. Suddenly, a roar of a pirate came from the outside. This island of 7 waters has never seen such a luxurious marine. Because of the flood disaster here, it is impossible to manage it properly, and it is impossible to form an effective supply to build a base. So it has always been the world of pirates. First didn't expect Marine to come with the Ennie's lobby gang this time. Is Marine coming to catch us? Momoshiki came out wearing a charming cheongsam. Qin Luo turned his eyes and saw that she was really a beautiful woman. The chest of the cheongsam was uniquely designed with a heart shape, which was hollowed out, revealing a piece of fair skin. In addition, Momoshiki ran out in a hurry, her breasts were rising and falling, and the amount of milk was quite high. As likes. Hey, why are you staring at me? What are you asking? Momoshiki blushed. Oh, what are you asking me? Qin Luo shook the thoughts in his mind. Marine is here for us, and you're still here. Momoshiki said. It's not so fast, Marine definitely didn't come looking for us. Qin Luo said calmly. Who is that for? They are definitely here to find Tom, said Rouge, who came out of the other direction at this time, wearing a chiffon blouse and matching cropped trousers. The loose design of the chiffon blouse just blocked her 5 months pregnant. Tom, then let's hurry up and save him, Momoshiki said enthusiastically. Don't worry, my clothes are not ready yet, Qin Luo said innocently. Boss, your clothes are ready. At this time, the shop owner shouted at Qin Luo. Qin Luo went into the store to get dressed, and then said, if you have nothing to do, let's go and have a look. Tom is not easy, so he doesn't necessarily need our help. The strong, like Rayleigh, Shanks, etc., even after the Roger era, they are still strong. In Qin Luo's eyes, Tom is also such an existence. You're so cool. Momoshiki looked at Qin Luo with a fascinated face. Half of his eyes were covered by his military uniform, leggings, and iron hood, and he was wearing a long white robe with red auspicious clouds and lace. Windward stretch. Qin Luo, Vivi Isho, walked straight forward. It's him, it's him. Before taking a few steps, he heard a familiar voice in front of him. Qin Luo followed the voice and saw a bruised pig's head pointing at his nose and screaming. Behind the bruised man stood a man in a sergeant's uniform. This man was holding a long sword with a golden handle and fluffy purple. Hidden under his hair is a pair of sharp eyes. My dear man, I don't know. What are you pointing at me? I don't have an ugly friend like you, Qin Luo said with a harmless smile on his face. I can't read it wrong. I'm Prince Ching. You just attacked Prince Ching. Prince Ching's lungs were about to explode with anger. Just now, he was sent flying by this pariah. Oh, Prince Ching, hello, stay safe. Qin Luo suddenly realized that he didn't slap this kid to death just now. He was merciful, and he didn't expect to find someone to come over. Are you a pirate? The purple-haired man pushed the king away with his going-handled saber. I'm not a pirate, my name is Chin Luo. Chin Luo has already thought about it. It is not suitable to use Lu Yun's identity now. The limelight is too much, it is not conducive to action. Chin Luo, I haven't heard of it. Then you are a pirate. Let me go to you guys. I'm not afraid to tell you. RCP-5 is a government organization that punishes evil and promotes good. It specializes in eradicating pirates like you scum. Later, I entered the deep-sea prison. Don't forget that I, Lord Spandam, sent you in. The young Spandam played a full-level taunting skill. Spandam. Chin Luo smiled. Isn't this guy the despicable Spandam who is afraid of death? Future CP9 Chief Dead Panda. Yes, this is the name of our chief. Are you afraid? If you are afraid, just surrender obediently. Waiting for you will be the judges of our Ennie's lobby, and they will definitely betray you and go to jail. A bearded adjutant beside Pandam shouted. It's ridiculous, Chin Luo said indifferently. His Spandam's Dao strength is only 9, and the Dao strength of ordinary soldiers is 10. Chin Luo is really not afraid of this person. Stop talking nonsense. Catch me. If you resist arrest, you will be killed on the spot. Anyway, Ennie's lobby has arrived here today, and my father also got the going phone bug. If you don't like it, you can launch a buster call at any time to kill all the criminals on the island. Said Spandam. Spandam gave an order, and his men swarmed up. A knife slashed directly into Chin Luo's shoulder, and a strong repulsion and attraction sprinted and slammed into each other, achieving the same effect as Whitebeard's shocking fruit. With a direct ding, dozens of soldiers present were stunned. Conqueror Hockey. Spandam's face twisted. This is a trick only used by those legendary pirates. It won't be so unlucky. Any person who beats up a prince will be such a character. Van Goofried. Elephant Sword. Flashman. Seeing that the situation was wrong, Spandam immediately summoned his Van Goofried, who had eaten the fruit of the elephant, and turned into an elephant to carry him and ran away immediately. Chin Luo looked rather bored, so he casually woke up the adjutant just now, then raised his head and asked Momosugi to interrogate him. Momosugi's interrogation skills are all at the Marine Vice Admiral level, not Chin Luo's half-hearted level at all. Worthy. What's your name? Momosugi took over the man Chin Luo woke up. My name is Edward, please don't kill me. I can help you with anything, believe me, a great, almighty, wise man. As soon as Edward woke up, he hugged Chin Luo's thigh. Okay, answer my question honestly, and I might consider asking my captain to spare you. How many people came today? Momosugi asked. Start with established facts instead of asking them what to do right away. Ennie's lobby ordered our CP5 to come here to catch people. Marine Admiral Sengoku led a strong lineup of Zephyr, Garp, Akainu, Kuzan to the island of Seven Waters. So many people here, what are you doing here? Momosugi asked. Chapter 297. Watch out for this person. Take the Tom who built Roger's ship, said the lieutenant. Sure enough, I came to arrest him. Chin Luo sneered, seeing that this man was so sensible, he didn't embarrass this little guy. You go. Yes. Deputy Rumung Amnesty, regardless of the other fainted people, ran away. Chin Luo, what are we going to do? Kill them directly. Momosugi said. Let's go. Chin Luo's purpose of this trip was to pull Tom. Now of course to go. Chin Luo took the lead and walked forward through a small alley. At this time, more than a dozen soldiers with guns came, and they directly surrounded Chin Luo and the three of them in a few steps. Boy, you still want to leave after bullying my son. I think you are the remnant of the Roger pirates. Little ones, follow me. The leader was wearing a black cloak with zebra stripes, and a pair of zebra stripes on his face. Small eyes, but the corners of the mouth are very large, like a vampire in the Middle Ages. When he was about to make a move, Spandam appeared behind him, and the purple-haired man quickly grabbed the vampire-like person who issued the commander. Dad, be careful of this person, he has Conqueror Hockey. Spandam still held the going knife in his hand, and said cautiously like a bird in fear. So young, there is Conqueror Hockey. No, The person who was called Dad by Spandam was Spandane, the current CP5 commander, with great power. Give me up. Greet him with bullets. It turned out to be you, Spandam. You called someone here to find a place. Be careful and beat me back. Chin Luo is now going to play the role of Chin Luo, who is close to Marine, but that doesn't mean he wants to kneel and lick Marine. If you provoke him, just like that, they will be wiped out. Go ahead and grab. The flesh on Spandane's face twitched. Go back and ask you Marine Admiral Sengoku if he dares to shoot. What are you doing? Lao Su holds Going's phone number in his hand and communicates with one call. Buster call, I can destroy this place, believe it or not. Spandane laughed. Sengoku Admiral. Is that what a hairy boy like you can see? Have everyone been so arrogant now? Chin Luo smiled in anger. I don't know who you are talking about. A naughty brat wants to see Marine Admiral. Your jokes are funnier. Shoot. Spandane was so pissed off. What the heck was this brat in front of him? He was going to see Sengoku as soon as he came. Humph. I tell you, if you don't report to Sengoku, I'll make his heart hurt so hard that he can't breathe. Chin Luo said. Heartache so hard to breathe. What does he have to do with you? Why should he feel heartache so hard to breathe for you? Sengoku will definitely miss you at your memorial service. Chin Luo sneered. Da. Annoyed, Spandane pulled out a long gun directly, and a string of flames spewed out from the muzzle of the long gun. He rushed towards Chin Luo. This is your courting death. Repulsion. Level 7. Chug. Dozens of bullets were fired, and Ding Ding landed on the network beside Chin Luo, and solidified directly in the air at a speed visible to the naked eye. All the bullets stopped directly 3 centimeters in front of Chin Luo. What? Is this person a devil fruit person? What kind of power is this? The person who fired the shot was dumbfounded. There are still people like this in this world. Even the liquid-type Logia will not produce such an effect. Humph. Repulsion level 10. Chug. The dozens of bullets shot out in reverse in an instant when they solidified, and more than a dozen Marines fell in response. Run. The rest of the people who didn't fall were frightened and scattered. Elephant sword. Spandam turned the long sword in his hand into a giant elephant again, wanting to run away. Want to run. Chin Luo had a gravitational pull on Spandane. Spandane found himself caught back in front of Chin Luo uncontrollably. His face, which was like a zombie, was now even more pale and infiltrating. Oh, this brother who is merciful and merciful, let me go. I have old people and young people, so you can do a good deed. Let go of you. Chin Luo smiled and kicked the man away from his thigh. I'm going to kill you today, so that you will dare to use Buster Call in the future. No, if you want me to be a cow and a horse for you, I will do it, as long as you are willing to let me go. Oh, if you tell me that, then I'll do it. Chin Luo said a few words in Spandane's ear, and then let go of Spandane's hand. Did you just let Spandane go? Momoshiki said angrily. It's useful to keep him. Chin Luo said to Momoshiki. Spandane, you remember, my brother Luyunshin may kill you at any time. If you don't do as I say, don't forget that Tenryubito is your end. My brother Luyun, as long as God knows where I am, he will go to make a scene, and if he accidentally hurts some civilians, no one can get him. Chin Luo said with a straight face. Will Luyun God already come to us? Spandane, who was running, stumbled and fell to the ground. It's hard to say, this person may appear anytime, anywhere. The smile on Chin Luo's face converged. What did you just tell him? Momoshiki asked. I told him, let him help me provoke the conflict between me and Marine. Chin Luo said. What? You are courting death, Momoshiki said. No, as long as Luyun is still alive, I can't die. Chin Luo smiled and said Isho. From the outside world, only he could subdue Luyun. Now the Marines are trying their best to win over Chin Luo. Confront the cloud of great hatred with the world government. Since you want Marine to please us and win over us, why do we still provoke our relationship with them, as if we are going to be enemies with his 1.7s? Momoshiki was puzzled. It's very simple, it's called hard to find, and only where you have conquered will you be completely loyal to you. Qin Luo said. What are you two discussing? Why do I really want to understand? Rouge grinned Isho. Nothing, just discussing how to play with Marine. Qin Luo said. Teasing Marine. At this time, there was a loud shout from the alley in front. As soon as he heard this voice, Qin Luo knew that this person's voice was Akainu. He was known as one of the most promising candidates in Marine to become Marine Admiral. It can be said that he has great potential. Marine Vice Admiral. Akainu Kasusuke is notoriously hot-tempered. No matter who you are today, I will burn you to death. In the face of absolute justice, kneel down and commit suicide. Chapter 298 Battered. Akainu flashed a red light, and, Dark Hound, was about to come out. The surging flames spewed out directly from the fists, and the flames were all around, burning the cabins on the surrounding seaside directly. The walking blue bullfish by the water were frightened and fled everywhere. The firelight fell on their backs. The bullfish ran directly to the top of the water city, and then slid down. Ah, Qin Luo, be careful. At this time, Rouge remembered that this man was still his own savior. If he died here, it would definitely make her feel extremely uncomfortable. The aura of this Akainu in front of him seems to be the same as those of the great pirates described by his husband Roger. Qin Luo, even though Momoshiki was so familiar with her boss, she couldn't help shouting. This person is a fool. Akainu has already directly killed him, and he doesn't move. God, he closed his eyes. You didn't know this guy had Conqueror Haki. No, hurry up and dodge. Some of the pedestrians had seen the previous batch of world government officials and Marine being brought down by Qin Luo, and they thought that Qin Luo must have followed suit. The shot will stun the players in the 16 games indiscriminately. In order to avoid being affected by Kai Yu, he quickly avoided. Dark Hound. Akainu's face was flushed, the long clothes inside the cloak of justice had been blown up, and the magma formed a dragon pattern on his arm. He still remembered that he was made impossible to get close by an unknown pawn not long ago, but now he will never be like this today, and he will never show mercy once he makes a move. Among the 3 students of Teacher Zephyr, he is the strongest. He will never admit defeat. Oh, Akainu, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since the wound was healed and forgot the pain. Today, I will beat you until you remember the lesson. Qin Luo smiled evilly. As early as Sabayati Archipelago, Qin Luo took this group of people away. Playing Shang, I don't want this Akainu to be so annoying, and always send it over to ask for a fight. Today, Qin Luo simply obeyed Akainu's wishes and abused him. Kaleidoscope Writing Wheel I. Since you like flames so much, then I will compare with you whose flames are more violent. Qin Luo's exposed eye suddenly began to shrink. From 1 hook, 2 hooks, 3 hooks, directly to it became a kaleidoscope writing wheel eye. Amaterasu. A flame ignited directly on Akainu, who was staring at him. Kill. Akainu didn't care about the black flames on his body at all. He used the Dark Hound as if he was breathing fire, and threw it to Qin Luo's face. Arrogant. Qin Luo's body was full, his big hand became bigger, and the huge hand shot down directly. Akainu is sometimes too aggrieved. Every time he encounters Qin Luo's opponent's fatal attack, the opponent doesn't care about his Dark Hound. Although he makes a bold shot every time and is never afraid, despair is always there. Increase little by little. Boom. That big hand went straight to Akainu's Dark Hound. Puff. The full-level body directly broke Akainu's Dark Hound with 1 palm. Before Akainu had time to become liquid, he was slapped on the ground with a slap. Amaterasu released by Qin Luo had already started to burn. After the flame of the other party disappeared, the high temperature of the Amaterasu directly burned the other party. Akainu. At this moment, an old man with purple hair came out from behind, his eyes filled with worry. Don't mind me, Mr. Zephyr, he's Qin Luo. Akainu roared, desperately struggling to put out the flame of Amaterasu with the ability of his own fruit, but he didn't think about what kind of existence this flame of Amaterasu was. how could ordinary flames be possible put out this ominous black flame? Akainu, hold on, see if you can put out this black flame. It was not the first time Zephyr saw this black flame, but every time he saw this flame, it always gave him an ominous premonition. Don't waste your time. With your ability, if I don't take the initiative to stop, this kind of fire can burn you for the rest of your life. Qin Luo reminded kindly. Qin Luo, don't look down on me, I'll let you see my abilities. Teacher, be careful, Qin Luo is lawless and doesn't take us seriously. Akainu gave Qin Luo a vicious look. Akainu said something else. No, his temper is really stubborn. Zephyr is famous for caring students. He has educated countless marine officers and soldiers in his life. The most prominent students are Kizaru, Kuzan and Akainu. Although Kuzan is the most satisfied among these three, Akainu suffers him at this time. Also worried about not working. Ayo, I didn't say what you said. Qin Luo looked stunned. Does it make sense for this Akainu to add fuel to the fire? But, indeed, even if it is Zephyr plus Sengoku, Garp, the three going together will definitely not hurt a single hair on me. Haven't you all tried it? Long time no see, Qin Luo. Zephyr looked at Qin Luo quietly, although he was worried about the Amaterasu flame on Akainu's body now, but he had to be calm when facing Qin Luo. Qin Luo, dressed in a 4th-generation Hokage cloak, fluttered in the wind. He was silent for a few seconds. He was about to ask the other party how he recognized him as Qin Luo, but after thinking about it, it was not easy for him to recognize his unique moves. It was him. Oversight. Just when Qin Luo thought about these 337 things, suddenly a person came out of the sky. The cloak of justice was hunting in the air, and the white beard fluttered in the wind. You kid is too crazy. Let the old man weigh you a pound. I saw a figure gliding down, and a black iron ball fell directly from the sky, piercing a large area of the gust of wind. Fist bone meteorite. Humph. I've already said that. All of you old guys are not my opponents. Qin Luo stood tall. Even if Garp the fist came over, Qin Luo would not be afraid at all. His whole body was poured directly into his hands. Full body. Immediately, his arm became several times thicker, and he slapped the iron ball with a slap. With a bang, the iron ball frame turned the front of the car and ran over to hit Garp. You kid. Garp couldn't rely on his strength to turn the corner in midair, so he had to hold on, shake his hands, armament. Ding! Slap the iron ball bomb into 2 halves. It seems that your name is too old and useless. The response is too slow. Qin Luo, Vivi Isho, came behind Garp in a flash, and slapped it with a big handful of flesh. Iron fist. Garp punched and wanted to differentiate between Qin Luo's fist, but he still didn't know the horror of full body. Qin Luo just slapped it out. Chapter 299 Slap to Death. Slap you to death with a slap. Then come here. A shadow of a big hand fell directly, and slapped Garp into the soil with a slap. The strength is too poor. Actually, from the very beginning, you made mistakes. I really don't know if your abilities were taught to you by some fool. You shouldn't fight against me. Use your brain to fight. Qin Luo directly pointed Garp shooting into the soil. He said slowly outside the pit. Ice Age. The sound came from a rushing river on the island of 7 waters behind Qin Luo, and then a long white light flickered from there, covering the entire plain of the river, making a sound. It soon spread to Qin Luo's ankle. Be careful. Rouge didn't expect Marine to be so despicable, not only besieging but also making sneak attacks. Kuzan, you've learned well, but unfortunately, you still haven't learned well. With your ability, you can't be a Marine. Qin Luo smiled. Kuzan claims to be the calmest admiral in the future Marine, but this person is also known for being lazy. In most anime, lazy people are generally smarter, but unfortunately, this kind of Zhaoqing has never been able to lift the table, and in the face of the absolute strength gap, the effect is too small. Shut up, wait for me to shut you up, then you can talk again. You want to block me? Freeze me. It's ridiculous. I'll show you, our mysterious family, the most mysterious power. Chin Luo laughed wildly. Garp and Kuzan came in a hurry. They probably didn't recognize Chin Luo. Chin Luo had a playful heart attack and planned to continue his role-playing and have a good fight with the Marines. Full body. A piercing muscle crazily grows from Chin Luo's arm and feet, making it more and more incredible. You kid. Garp couldn't rely on his strength to turn the corner in midair, so he had to hold on, shake his hands, armament. Ding! Slap the iron ball bomb into 2 halves. It seems that your weight is too old to be useful. The reaction is too slow. Chin Luo, Vivi Isho, came to Garp's back in a flash, and slapped it with a big handful of flesh. Iron fist. Garp punched and wanted to differentiate between Chin Luo's fist, but he still didn't know the horror of full body. Chin Luo just slapped it out. Slap you to death with a slap. Then come here. A shadow of a big hand fell directly, and slapped Garp into the soil with a slap. The strength is too poor. Actually, from the very beginning, you made mistakes. I really don't know if your ability was taught to you by some fool. You shouldn't be right with me. You chose the wrong path. Chin Luo directly shot into the dirt. Ice Age. From a small river on the island of 7 waters behind Chin Luo, a long white light flickered out from there, covering the entire plain of the small river, and it made a sound. It soon spread to Chin Luo's ankle. Be careful. Momosugi and Rouge didn't think that these people were so despicable that they made a sneak attack. Kuzan, you've learned well, but unfortunately, you still haven't learned well. With your ability, you can't be a Marine. Chin Luo smiled. Kuzan claims to be the calmer person in Marine, but he is also famous for being lazy. In an anime, lazy people are generally smarter. But unfortunately, this kind of cleverness always too out of place. Shut up, wait for me to shut you up, then you can talk again. You want to block me? Freeze me. It's ridiculous. I'll show you the most mysterious power of our mysterious family. Chin Luo laughed wildly. It's been a long time since I had such a hearty fight. Full body. A piercing muscle crazily grows from Chin Luo's arm and feet, making it more and more incredible. Didn't you say that you were very powerful? Why did you use the mysterious power right away? Akainu gritted his teeth. It's funny, I didn't intend to use it at first, because I was afraid that you would think I looked down on you, and I would clean up all of you in one move, so your reputation would be bad. Chin Luo smiled and said, this Akainu has been called you kidnapped the ticket yourself, but didn't recognize it, or did this kid recognize it clearly and didn't recognize it at all? Writing round eyes full. Amaterasu. Chin Luo shook the ice slag all over his body, and then a fire burned it, and the area covered by the ice crystals was immediately burned directly by the Amaterasu flame. Ah, you're Chin Luo. I recognize this flame, it's your ghost fire. Garp's face became grim. Oh, you still remember me. Chin Luo smiled harmlessly, you recognized me from the beginning. Suddenly Chin Luo turned towards Akainu Evil Charm Isho. HMPH. Akainu, Chin Luo is his nemesis, the flames can't stop him. Akainu is not willing to let Chin Luo become his inner demon at all, so Akainu has been deceiving himself and never admitting his fault. Only by completely forgetting can there be complete power. Are you really Chin Luo? God Chin Luo, why do you have time to come and play with me? Zephyr is a person who cherishes talents very much. He turned around and sold his 2 students. Me, I'll just go for a walk. I heard that your world government is planning to launch a sea train. Chin Luo patted the ice slag on his body and said casually. Sea train. This is unheard of. It's not an important thing. The most important thing now is a man who offers a bounty of 2.5 billion. It's giving us a headache. Zephyr wants to treat Chin Luo like a living treasure. Favorite. Hey, Garp, what's going on? A gruff voice ran in from outside. Chin Luo knew without looking up that this was Sengoku. Sengoku is very melancholy. It's not peaceful at all recently. All the people rushed over to bully him. Along the way, he was stepped on by a cloud that came out of nowhere. He must have been unlucky recently. After Roger, the great pirate, was executed, The words he shouted directly drove the pirates all over the world crazy and made him feel very difficult. Following Sengoku is Momosegi's eldest sister, Suru. Chinluo didn't expect Momosegi's eldest sister Suru to come out, which made Chinluo very embarrassed. "Are you going to hide in my space?" Chinluo whispered. "How to hide?" Momosegi's face burned. She was Marine's traitor. Chapter 300. Everyone here is trash. The mountain man has his own plan. Chinluo burst into a wild laugh. "Sengoku, look at all these useless vice admirals lying on the ground. Even Akainu has become my captive." "Chinluo, you are too arrogant." Sengoku let out a low voice. The ability of the Buddha fruit was activated to directly transform into a great Buddha, and a shock wave of Buddha flew over. Zephyr didn't have time to stop it. Because Sengoku and Garp were originally the best brothers, it must be somewhat unpleasant to be photographed on the ground by Chinluo at this moment. Under the rage, decisively as the shock wave, amplifying the move. Repulsion level 10. With Chinluo as the center, a strong and powerful repulsion quickly erupted. Chinluo turned around and hugged Rouge and Momosegi in his arms. All the surrounding storms rolled up frantically and flew into the sky, forming a fog. "See you soon, Momosegi." Quote. A strong light flashed. Chinluo seized the opportunity and used a kaleidoscope to make Momosegi hide in the space of Shinwei, preventing the next battle from affecting the two of them. As Chinluo finished his work, the repulsion slowly weakened and then disappeared. The people who were blown into the air by the repulsion slowly fell back, and those who were a little careless fell into the water 450 times. Among them, Akainu fell the hardest, and the others could still use Renkyaku, Tempest Kick and Razor to maintain their balance in the air and find the landing spot, but Akainu was almost unable to move because of the 7 meat and 8 elements burned by Amaterasu. "Hey, I'm sorry, there was a fly just now, where did we talk?" Chinluo looked as usual. "Fly, Chinluo, you've been against Marine and the world government again and again. Do you really think we're afraid that you won't be able to provoke our Marine? This time, I, Sengoku, will risk my life. You have to learn your skills and see if the encirclement of our 6 Marine elites can destroy your prestige." Sengoku once again turned into a golden Buddha. Since knowing that this person is Chinluo, his disgust has exploded again. He kidnapped General Marine and threatened Marine to blackmail the Devil Fruit. Chinluo must do it again. Marine's dignity cannot be trampled by Chinluo like this. Marine elite. It's really funny, I'll say it bluntly, everyone here is garbage. Chinluo's face was as usual. "How? Stinky boy, you are too arrogant." The golden body of the great Buddha of Sengoku was transformed, and the Buddha's light all over his body began to gather. Akainu gritted his teeth even more. Half of the energy in his body was used to suppress Amaterasu's flame, and half of it was gathered in his hand, which was directly smelted into a molten flame, ready to make a big move at any time. Death. Canine Gurren. The trace of laziness on Kuzan's face has disappeared. Although he is younger than Akainu and Kizaru, Kuzan can be as famous as Akainu and Kizaru, and he has his own backing. The unique Logia Devil Fruit Frozen Fruit, this is his strongest means to disdain his peers. Ice Age. Suru is out of the middle, her fighting power is relatively weak. She glanced at Garp with her eyes. They have already made a battle plan. First, Garp and Chinluo will fight closely, and the rest will look for a suitable attack method and distance depending on the situation. Kuzan's Ice Age is a secondary dogfight, while Buddha's Shockwave and Akainu's attack are the main attack abilities. The battle plan is actually very simple, but it is also the most effective. Iron Fist. Garp was the first to attack, and an Iron Fist attacked Chinluo directly. "It's not a day or two that I'm arrogant, and it's not the first time you know me. It's the same lines every time. If you don't annoy me, I'll be annoyed." Chinluo was furious at provoking the anger of 6 Marine generals. Doesn't seem to care at all. "Oh, it's all said to go together, you have to come one by one." Chinluo didn't bother to speculate on the strategy that these few people came up with. In front of the absolute strength gap, the strategy seems to be useless. However, this kind of battle poses a great threat to Rouge. After all, it is area-wide damage to start a fight later. In order to prevent non-combatants from being affected by the attack later, or being caught by Marine and used to threaten themselves, Qin Luo intends to send Rouge away now. Don't run away, brat. Akainu followed Iron Fist closely, just in time to see Qin Luo, who was talking a lot just now, as if he planned to escape. But Qin Luo is not something Akainu can attack at will. Akainu's attack was approaching, Qin Luo just turned around and fluttered away. Dark Hound. A red light flashed. Qin Luo dodged for a while, suddenly turned to Rouge, picked him up, and whispered, "Gone with the wind." Using the balance of repulsion and gravity, Qin Luo and Rouge were quickly sent away from the place. On the roof 20 meters away, Qin Luo said, "Miss Rouge, I'm offended, there are some small cockroaches to deal with." Rouge watched the mighty man leave. At this time, Akainu ran over and pointed at Qin Luo, which was a punch, Qin Luo's floating skill, and Akainu couldn't touch Qin Luo's side at all. "Okay, let's do it," Qin Luo said, completely ignoring it, chasing Akainu behind him. Turning around and saying, "Wow, do you want to do this to make yourself look like a lost dog?" "Boy, stop for me," Akainu said breathlessly. "You bereaved dog, what about your master? Ask them to come together." Qin Luo's mouth escape skills are also very high when mocking the cover. Buddha's Shockwave. Great Major Eruption. Iron Fist. Ice Age. There is fire, ice, and the shockwave of the Buddha, and there are powerful attacks from powerful opponents on all sides. However, winning or losing is only one move. Repulsion. Full level within 15 meters. Boom. An invisible and intangible shield slammed out directly with Qin Luo as the center, and even flew Qin Luo up from the ground to a height of 50 meters and came to the air. The abandoned ships around, blue swimming in the water, and the surrounding wooden houses were directly impacted into pieces and carried into the sky. The ice of the Ice Age was directly blasted into ice chips by the full-level repulsion within 15 meters. The flame lava was blown up in midair, as if it had encountered a powerful typhoon and was taken away from its original direction. The shock wave of the Buddha collided with the repulsion force, but it was an invisible and intangible collision, but anyone with a discerning eye could see that the invisible shock wave was directly disrupted in frequency and became a kind of death wave. The craziest thing was Garp the Fist, which was directly hit by the repulsion force, as if it was hit in the chest by a blunt hammer. With a puff, blood spurted out of his mouth like a swiftly shot arrow.